of people complaining, Terry, that Tari Cam is not functioning properly this morning. What's the situation? Want to give us an update or what?
Well, it just keeps freezing and kicking people out.
Have you called the Stick-Am folk or what? What'd they say? They give you any word? Or
could you chew her food first before you talk to her? Is that possible?
We're working on it.
That's the company line. We're working on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should have everything taken care of by around 10 a.m.
So, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you might want to make sure the parfait is good and down before the segment starts. You know what I'm saying, Terry? Oh, you're taking a bagel to the face?
I am taking a bagel to the face.
With the slathered cream cheese all over it to make sure it ain't lonely.
Little bagel on her cream cheese?
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want to interrupt your morning's nutrition, Terry.
Okay.
So, if you feel the need to take the segment off, you do just that, okay? What do you got there? Well, let me just go back to Swagger real quick. And then I'm going to take a lot of calls. This is a Friday morning, as you know, ladies and gentlemen. And anything you need to say before the weekend hits in its dead on. We're like right on the doorstep of one of the most important weekends of the summer of 2008. But before it truly arrives, 1-866-663-T-MAN is the toll-free number for anything you need to say. That's 1-866-663-T-MAN. Now, Swagger, the fact that your sister is all good and pregnant now, does this make you any closer, do you think, to, like, getting involved in any capacity with a woman on a physical level, or does it make you further removed from that? Not that you could possibly be. You're indifferent. It doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
But it's got to be somewhat of a rattling of your cage, to some extent, so to speak, that your sister's all expecting a baby now, right?
I knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
Yeah, I did too.
All
right.
Have you ever seen his sister? Is she hot? She's 24.
Sister is trailer park hot.
Oh, she is. Okay, good.
But she gets beaten up by boyfriends, and she gets abused by guys that she sees, and now she's pregnant and hoping that it's one guy over the other that she was all twisted up with recently. Is she like you, rooting for Taco over Kevin, or what's his name?
Nick.
I really don't know what she's hoping for.
You don't know what
she told me.
She doesn't call you.
How did you find out?
Well, she told me that she was pregnant, but she hasn't told me who she's bringing the dad to be.
Mm-hmm. But she did tell you that she doesn't know whether it's one of the other guys. Are you sure it's narrowed down to 2 guys, not more than that?
Yeah, if she says 2, she probably means 5.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, I'm hoping she has those 2 narrowed down. I'm hoping.
Uh-huh. But she doesn't talk to you much.
Yeah.
And what about your mom? Is she still in jail right now or no?
Oh, no, she's out.
She's out.
She's doing much better.
Does she have a rooting interest in her daughter's pregnancy as far as who the father is, or she, at this point, is too drunk to care? What's the story there?
Well, she, like me, knew this was going to happen sooner or later, and at this point, she hasn't said who she's rooting for yet.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I guess you'll find out in a good, I don't know. When can you take the first test? Is she going to do any testing, or is she just going to try to convince one that it is theirs over the other? What do you think her route is going to be here?
Oh, boy.
I mean, testing costs money.
Yeah, I know it does, but I think she can get a discount, I think.
Oh, a discount test. Yeah, that's always a good move.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that's actually a 25% probability instead of 99.9%.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, better than nothing.
But it costs less.
Right, yeah, yes. Cheaper.
This might be the father, but it costs you half price.
Yeah, 1 out of 4 shot. Whatever.
All right, Swagger, will you keep us updated, all right?
Yeah, now I'm off to our friends today.
Oh, you got a friend? That's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I lent her my Nintendo Wii last week.
Oh, you getting your Wii back?
Actually, we're going to play some games today.
Really? So you're going over a girl's place right now? Swagger, the setup couldn't be better. You're headed over to a girl's, apartment? Does she live alone? Does she have roommates? What's the scene?
She lives at home with her mom. She's just a year older than me.
Oh. She's a year older than you and lives with her mom.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, she can't get a job at the moment.
And you're headed there right now?
Yes.
And you're going to play video games?
Yes. And watch movies.
So at some point during the middle of the video game or during the middle of the movie, just start leaning on her.
Start leaning on her?
And see where it goes, Swagger, all right?
Well,
just put your arm around her and start kissing her.
Yeah.
She's a very violent person.
She's a what?
A violent person.
She's a violent person? Even better.
I like to be first by body tax, thank you.
A kicker in the butt!
What's he doing now?
Who even knows?
I'm right now getting off I'm getting off a boat.
I can't take it anymore. That's swagger. Hope he has a good weekend, Terry. There's no reason for him not to get action today.
I know.
He's going over a girl's place. The mom is not going to be sitting around all day in the house. She's probably going to want to get out and play canasta, something like that.
All right. Canasta.
So Swagger has no excuse. They're going to be sitting around watching movies. That sounds like a girl who's ready for some kind of... She's not so entertained by Swagger that she's not thinking that he should be making some kind of move on her, right?
Tell me your funny stories again.
He's not such the entertaining personality that she's inviting him over for that. There's got to be something wrong with her that she's actually semi-turned on by him, that if he makes a move on her, he's in.
He won't try.
He won't. And so that's
He's an
why
idiot.
it's just so funny. That
He's a 22-year-old junior college student with no driver's license, man. You think he's going to try to kiss a girl?
He's getting on his bike.
I don't know. Danny, you're on the air. Hello.
Hi,
1-866-663-T-Man. I'm going to start taking calls rapid fire here. Everyone's got 30 seconds to say what they need to say. Yes, Danny, you're the first. You got 30 seconds. What's on your mind?
All right. I called because I needed tips because, like, all the girls that I start talking to, you know, it's like they always just keep me in the friend zone. Even if we start hanging out a lot, I can never, like, get any further than that.
He's one of those guys that's always a friend to the girls that he hangs out with, Terry. They always want to let him know that he's just a friend. He's just a friend. He's got that friend sound, too.
He does.
You know?
He does.
He doesn't have a
Such
very...
a great guy. He's
I'm
such a
sorry
good
to
friend.
inform you. You don't have an overwhelming, masculine, manly sound that would turn women on. So I'm hoping your body or some part of your physical being kind of compensates for that. But I get the sense it doesn't. Maybe this is part of the package, the reasons why women want to make you a friend. They don't consider you, like, the type to do things with, or...
That's not true, T-Man.
I don't know. I think I'm a cute Asian guy.
Oh, you're an Asian? Oh. Worse than I thought, Terry.
Oh, listen to you.
He's an Asian.
Oh, you're an Asian guy.
He's an Asian, one of these Asian guys that likes white women, Terry, that is and maybe sooner or later, you know, he's going to get out of the friend zone, but right now he's caught in the friend box. Actually, I was poorly phrased. If he was caught in the friend box, he'd be fine. He's caught in the friend little bit of territory. Well, are you into forcing the issue? You know, when push comes to shove, I'm not talking about, hey,
Force it.
I'm not suggesting rape.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just talking about being aggressive, and there's not such a fine line. There's a nice broad line that you have between being an aggressive guy and forcing yourself on a woman.
Lay down or I'll kill you.
If need be.
Jeez.
Are you
That's
talking about
probably a little
aggressive
too
as in, like, making the first move all the time, or what?
The first move, the second move, the sixth move, the 12th move. Are you making moves?
No, not really, because I guess I'm afraid of rejection.
Yeah, I hate it, too. I hate rejection. I would never try if I thought I was out. Some guys don't care.
I don't care. I've never been fazed by rejection. If 500 women told me no, if the 501st woman told me yes, I feel like I'm ahead of the game.
Wow.
Yes. Why do I keep hearing beeps? What's up with the beeps?
The fries are ready at McDonald's.
The beat for me?
Yes.
Well, I'm driving to work right now.
All right,
but...
Danny, you're going to have to force the issue. You're going to have to become more aggressive, all right?
Okay.
All right?
All right, thanks, T-Man.
Let me know how that works for you. I'm sorry I don't have more time for you. We're doing everyone 30 seconds here. 1-866-663-T-Man. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Lance in Fairfield. Lance, you're on the air. 30 seconds, go. Lance, it's your time, yes. You're on the clock.
Hi.
Hi.
I was calling because I just wanted to let Terry know that her bagels with cream cheese is more calories than 2 sausage McMuffins.
I can't believe that's the truth. Now, yes, a bagel has a ton of carbs, but
it's a lot less fat than 2 sausage McMuffins.
Yeah,
that's for
exactly.
Sure.
So I'll take the carbs than the fat, quite honestly.
So,
hey, you know, Terry's very good at facts. Please look it up, because I just thought that's hilarious.
More calories or more, what'd you say, more carbs?
You said
or
more
what?
calories.
More calories.
It might be more calories.
A bagel with cream cheese has more calories than a sausage McMuffin, or 2 sausage McMuffins.
Then 2 sausage
Funny you
McMuffin.
bring up sausage McMuffins because I was just getting coffee during the break, and there's this, there's a lot of people that work down the hall in different offices, Terry, and there was this, well, I'm sorry to have to say, chubby girl, Terry, that was making coffee for herself that had a sausage McMuffin ready to go, sitting on the wrapper with a hash browns from Mickey D's.
The best.
And I didn't think that Terry was dealing with a higher caloric morning than her at the time. I was just thinking, man, what a tasty little morning treat she's got going for herself. I think she could probably take a pass, but that's all right. Anyway.
So it says here, and this is from...
This is going to take a while, I have a feeling.
What was that?
CalorieCount.com.
Oh, yeah. My favorite website. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bagel with cream cheese, calories 311.
Yeah.
Total fat 10.2 grams.
All right, get to the point. Yeah. And the
That's
sausage
calories.
McMuffin, how many calories?
I can only do one thing at a time.
No, this is going to take a while.
I was right.
So bagel with cream cheese. But do they know how much you slather it up, Terry? You put about 10 servings of cream cheese on your bagel.
What?
You know, like when you're a kid, you take a
Exactly.
bucket and make a
That's usually what
sandcastle.
it
That's kind of what Terry
equals
does. Like plops the bucket and it like stays in that shape, like a little
It's
sandcastle.
amazing that you guys are so in shape, Mr. 300 pounds, and, we don't...
You ever go to the
Jeez.
Stage Deli and see the corned beef sandwich?
Oh my gosh, it's so
And
good.
T-Man, I mean, come on.
You can't get your mouth around?
Oh yeah.
Vinnie the Pooh got a pastrami at the Stage Deli when he was in
It's
Vegas.
too little for that.
And he was shocked with how much meat they put on it. Hammered it. Yeah. Imagine Terry being the pastrami being Terry's cream cheese times 6.
That's why I'm 400 pounds.
Oh, my God.
All right. Well, Terry, I don't know if this guy's true, accurate, or not, but it's just something to be aware of, all right? You may not want to slather up the bagel so much, but that's all right. Thank you so much for the call. Tyler, you're on the air. You got 30 seconds. Go.
What's going on, dude? I know you guys were
Tyler?
talking about masturbation and stuff.
Yeah, we talked about that subject a couple of times, yeah.
I definitely understand that I'm a little late on it, but I just want to let you guys know I have woken up my fiance with that same thing, masturbating in bed.
Oh, geez.
And it's actually her on, where she
It turns her on.
handling the,
She's glad you woke her up from a stage 5 sleep to watch you in action. That's the way she pretty much comes across with her feelings.
I don't know. It's the only girlfriend that I've ever had that
She
turned
says,
her on.
I have work in the morning, I have a big project and presentation due, but I can't help but tell you that I'm so glad you woke me out of a sound slumber to watch you jerk the gherkin.
Wow, that does not sound right.
If that's the case, maybe it's because I'm in a new relationship. We've only been together for 2 years.
Oh,
but
that explains
for
that.
now,
A
it
new
works.
Tyler is so much better than a... Well, anyway, Tyler, thank you for the call. Your 30 seconds are up. Thank you so much. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to DJ Sick Rick. You're on the air.
Terry Camera.
Terry's got her facts.
I got my facts. And by the way,
whenever
he's
you're ready.
totally
He's
wrong.
completely wrong.
I didn't
Completely
think
wrong.
it could be right. I didn't think it could be right. I mean,
300
a sausage McMuffin.
Right,
is-
I know.
right.
He's an idiot.
Right.
2 of them have less calories. I don't even think 1 does, right?
No.
you're
Not
One
even.
has
probably saw
370.
that.
Yeah, 370.
That's taking
Nobody
into
probably thought it
account...
was on Tyra Banks.
That's taking into account a normal amount of cream cheese put on a bagel. Now,
I
when-
don't slather as you would like to make everyone
All right,
believe.
maybe
but
I embellish a little bit.
The fact that you could carve the Statue of Liberty out of the cream cheese on there, that really says something.
And the fact is,
Yeah.
truthfully, I give half my bagel to Hotshot
dude.
Skinny over here.
Wow, Hot Shot Skinny.
Yeah,
How
because he needs to bulk up a little bit more.
Just
All
so
on me
we have
now.
it on the record, how many calories does a tasty sausage
A
McMuffin?
sausage
Now you got me
McMuffin.
totally just dying to go to McDonald's, but that's all right.
Has 370 calories.
Well, that's what you pretty much said the bagel with
No,
cream
it
cheese
doesn't.
has.
Three bagel cream cheese was 310.
310?
Yeah.
So 2 of them would be 740. So
yeah.
you completely wrong.
So, oh, buddy, check your facts.
Oh, wow, you showed him, Terry.
Just like that, huh?
What was that voice?
I don't know.
DJ Sick Rick, you got 20 seconds. Go.
Yeah, about that boy Swagger.
Yes.
There, when you gave him the $500,
Yes.
you told him that he had to touch a boob.
Yes, but I knew it wasn't going to happen, so don't even worry about it.
You blow plenty of money.
Yes. Tommy, 30 seconds. Go.
Put that on the list.
Hey, T-Man.
How are you, Tommy?
This is Tommy. And I just want to tell you that Terry is beautiful.
Terry's what?
And Terry is beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Tommy.
This guy sounds a little creepy,
That's
though,
all
Terry.
A little.
I just want to tell you that Terry is beautiful. I worship Terry.
What's he doing?
Tommy, do you want me to send over that dude's wife? Tommy? Oh, he's gone. That's all he wanted to say. Terry is beautiful.
Thank you.
And now he's moving on with this weekend. I just want to say that Terry is beautiful.
Oh, man.
Okay, gotta go, T-Man. Gotta clean up.
Well, you know what? I'll take that, dang it.
Wow.
She'll take it.
How about men in the listening audience who can't keep their hands off themselves at the thought of you, Terry? What a superstar
what's one
you
person?
are.
What's one person in this world?
What a superstar you are. People, as we speak, as the show is ongoing, beating the stick to Terry Free.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
That's how you know you'd made it, Terry.
Man. If you ever need an indication that you've made it in the radio world, you just got it, Terry. There's no denying that man was doing what we think he was doing, Terry. You used to be a flat building manager when I first found you, Terry.
Yes, I know.
And now you're a full-chested radio superstar that men in the listening audience, as they're listening...
Yep, I know. And who do I owe it all to?
I'm not saying that. Don't take it like that, Terry, but...
And now, representing butt rockers worldwide, carrying sod from Tacoma to Everett and every city in between, president of the Blue Collar Workers, even though he wears a tank top, here's Dump Truck Guy.
Oh, what's cracking? What's going down?
He sounds
Are you
sick.
at the doctor's office?
Yeah,
All right, what's the problem?
Just got up.
Just woke up, no big work day, no big schedule of loading and unloading, or what?
Ain't happening. Going to the drag races today
Oh,
and
yeah.
tearing it up.
Wow, what are you wearing?
My tidy whitey.
For drag queens get on the track and run as fast as they can and try to beat each other.
Big brown stain in the back.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
All right. Dumpy, are you
Jeez.
bringing anyone to the drag races with you? Are you going solo? What's the story?
Yeah, me and my neighbor's gonna go hang out. I got a huge weekend planned after that.
Is that the John Forrest kind of cars?
Yeah, big boy.
What's your weekend looking like? You and the wife going to spend any quality time or no?
Yeah.
You are.
Little brother's got a skateboard competition tomorrow, and it'll be his first competition in the pro class.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of big.
Yeah, it's pretty
Awesome.
huge, so.
Well, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds pretty
Great.
big. In the pro class, what does that necessarily entail?
Yeah, it's pretty much it's the highest class you can go. Last
the
time
next
he was
step is-
in advance and he took first place. So
Awesome.
he tried to do advance this time. They're like, you ain't doing it, dude. You already won it. So
That's great.
now you go to the pros.
So this is above advanced. This is the highest level of competition. This is the pro class.
Indeed. So I hope he starts earn some freaking cash.
Yeah, and then he gets invited. Won't he get invited to like the AST tour and stuff like that?
I'm
AST
thinking
Dude
so,
tour?
yeah.
Yeah, that's
You might have an early retirement.
Yeah, you might. That's
Play your cards
awesome.
right.
That's
So
great.
as long as he does good, then yeah, sponsorships start coming
Right.
in. So
God,
free
that's
shoes,
great.
free everything.
And how old?
Because then I ain't got to buy crap.
How old is he?
He's 14.
But how many people's kids that are 14 are in the pro class? How many 14-year-olds maybe in the pro class?
Probably little or none, man.
Yeah,
Really?
it's- that's
Big
true.
kids, yeah.
So he's like maybe where Tony Hawk was at 14.
Exactly. He's a freaking maniac.
Tony Hawk
you
was amazing
sure?
at 14.
Yeah, he was.
That's what I'm thinking. Are you sure? I'm assuming Tony Hawk was amazing at 14. I don't think he all of a sudden turned it on at 16. Are you sure that you're not overthinking how good your kid is like a lot of parents tend to do?
No, I'm positive, dude.
Well, when they're actually telling you,
You step for step with Tony Hawk.
It's actually the other way with Dumpy. He's actually kind of...
Trust me, I
Keeps
like
his
him.
kid in
I like him
line.
to
Yeah.
go in the easy class so he can win again. But they're like, no, ain't happening. You're
that's
too
great.
good.
Congrats. Good job. Can't wait to see him on TV.
So I'll try to take some video and figure out how to put it on the internet. That you guys can check it out.
Figure out.
That's great. Are you making up a
clue.
web page for him?
Well, he just got this MySpace, and there's all kind of videos on there. He's jumping off like
Awesome.
All right, so what
20
time?
stairs, all kind of stupid crap like that.
The
So,
competition's tomorrow?
yeah, tomorrow.
All right, good luck.
Good luck.
Right
Good
on.
luck,
I appreciate
ma'am.
it, brother.
All right, ma'am.
I'll check in next week.
That
Let you know how he
sounds
did.
good. Yeah, we're dying. We want to know.
Right on. Sounds good, brother. You guys have a
There he
great
goes.
weekend.
Imagine if Dumpy got rich off Bubba's skateboarding.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah, he does.
Works his butt off of that
Yep,
family.
he does.
I don't know. It just seems too easy.
It's not.
I know. That's the point. It just seems too easy.
The AST Do Tour was on in ESPN, I think.
Dumpy's starting to think, and maybe he's right, that his kid is like top less than 1% of the best skateboarders in his son's age range.
That's great.
with all the skateboarding that's going on out there, that's hard to believe is what I'm saying. He's that good.
It is tough to believe, but I guess he is.
Because I always thought I was going to be a professional baseball player, Terry.
Right.
And I was really good. But it's like impossible. And think of all the talent that I would have wasted if I became a professional baseball player.
I know.
People being deprived of radio entertainment. So, I don't know. I hope if Dummy can get rich like this, man. Even if you are the next Tony Hawk, can you get rich anymore off skateboarding?
You're not going to get Tony Hawk rich. I mean, he's like an anomaly.
Because he was the first of his kind, basically, right?
He's like the one pro that stuck with it forever.
Yeah, but you don't even need to be Tony Hawk rich. You just need to be 1/10 of Tony Hawk rich, and you're fine.
Yeah. It's all about endorsements and video games and skateboards. And
right.
Are there
prize money?
Are there still endorsements ready to be handed out to...
X Games are huge.
Yeah. X Games
People love
giant.
it.
So when will we know if he's good enough to be in the X Games? In the next 2 years?
You would think, yeah.
Probably.
By 16, if he's good enough, he'll be in the X Games, right?
Yes.
Well, you would think, yeah.
That's pretty serious.
It is.
Oh, no.
Pretty cool.
I hope it's not setting up for a letdown.
Well,
It's not a letdown if you don't make it. At least you tried.
Yeah, but there comes a point where you start to get hyped up like Dumpy's starting to get. I just want to keep everything,
I think Dumpy's happy his kid's just not in trouble. And
right. And he's actually found something that he's good at.
That he can focus on. I think you can take that.
That's great.
I don't think he's waiting for a big windfall of cash.
Jason, you're on the air. Hello.
He probably is.
Hey, how's it going, T-Man?
What's going on?
Not a lot. Just wanted to say that I'm stationed on Fort Lewis. First time being in Washington. It's pretty nice, I guess. And I want to get a shout-out to all my fellow comrades that are over in Iraq. And hope they come home safe and see them when they get back.
And you give it a shout-out to people like that could be listening to the show in Iraq or what?
Do what?
I know a lot of people actually, I don't know how they do it, Terry, but they listen to the show, I guess, through the podcasting, who are stationed in Iraq. So you're thinking they're going to hear you through listening to podcasts of the show or what?
If they do, I hope they do. More power to them. But if they don't, I give my shout-out to them.
All right, but a lot of soldiers are big fans. That's basically the bottom line here, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And what service you in?
I'm in the Army.
All right. Good job.
Good job.
Take care.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good Army weekend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There it is. All right, what else? Give me a final story, Terry.
Final story is I have a story here about a doctor who put a temporary tattoo on a patient's. Well, it's kind of like right above her private area. Yeah, a rose. While she was under anesthesia.
So one of those little sticker-like temporary tattoos.
Right.
That's a nice, cute gesture.
Well, that's what he thought, but she said no, so now she's suing him.
I can see her being a little creeped out by that. She goes in for an appendix removal, and she wakes up with a little rose.
Yes,
even if it's a temporary tattoo right above her VJ. It's not really something you asked for.
No. The doctor said that he gave it to her to, quote, make her feel better.
Yeah, you've been kissed by a rose. Why are you getting all excited? Why are you getting all screamy-like? Why are you getting all like you're going to sue me? What did I do so bad?
Right.
Yeah, I would be a little creeped out if I'm a woman and I wake up after a surgical procedure and the doctor put a temporary tattoo of a rose right above
Well, she's
my
knocked
situation.
out. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, see what happens with the lawsuit.
She wakes up all pissed off, and you're like, well, it's not like I was trying to indicate what it smells like down there. Trust me.
Oh, man.
Because if that's the case, I would have put a temporary tattoo of Charlie the Tuna.
Oh, that would have been cool. Some girls should do that. A little picture of Charlie the Tuna down there.
I could see it from both sides. I could see the doctor being a little creepy and thinking he was doing something sweet and really harmless.
It's a temporary tattoo, right?
It's a temporary tattoo!
51-year-old doctor.
But it indicates that he was kind of trickling around an area that he really had no business. What was the procedure she was...
It was surgery to fix a herniated disc in her back.
All right, so he needed to be around that region.
On your back? I don't think your belly is on your back.
He flipped her over.
Yeah.
Well, most doctors enter the back through the vagine.
Yeah, right.
That's how you get there.
Okay. Is that something you lose your license over or no?
Could be.
I don't think so. Come on.
Could be.
He was a dentist, maybe.
The medical board will let one slide. Okay, you do that one more time. We may have to come down on you.
The
Show. What's Lauryn Hill doing right now? Making babies?
Well, no. Some people say she's like crazy. Seriously.
Yeah.
She kind of went off the deep end.
Hanging out with Rampage?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't she have like 3 kids or something?
Yeah, with one of Marley's boys.
Yeah, that's right.
Three times,
I think.
All right.
Rowan Marley.
Terry, you make it a very fascinating weekend. We apologize to those who got all outraged that Terry Cam was not as functional as usual this morning. It's amazing how the panic level gets to certain levels of unbelievable heights when Terry Cam may be a little bit malfunctioning on a given morning. I mean, keep in mind that this time last year, y'all didn't even know what Terry Cam was.
I know.
And now one day without Terry Cam and everyone is just firing all kinds of profanity, insults, and then some in our direction. All right, take it easy. Jeez. We hope to have everything better by Monday.
Yes.
Yeah, especially all the hot ones that you can call me Tuesday Night Shot. I mean, just settle down for the weekend.
But it's Friday, and there's no reason to get all excited in a negative fashion on a Friday, all right? The weekend is pretty much here.
Yeah!
And it's definitely here for us. The T-Man Show. Recovery mode.
You think?
How are you? Nice to see you.
Tired, but I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Nice to see you.
You too.
Nice little time over the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, good. That's nice. Got to see a couple seconds there. It was nice. Yeah, as I said, we're all in recovery mode on a Monday, and we will just make this an extra special week, don't you know?
Oh, yes.
I don't know what anything's going on really this week, except just the height of the summer weeks really being here and now, or got the Olympics coming up in a few weeks. Anyone care about that? Nobody?
No.
I'm excited for the basketball. I always watch that.
They won't let you drive a car in China because they're trying to make it look less polluted.
Oh, it's really highly polluted. Especially in Shanghai.
People can't drive to work. What a real downer. I'm sure that must be in China right now. They're being told, hey, you can't drive.
Wow.
We're going to be...
shuttle buses.
We're going to be the worldwide stage that the planet watches for a 2-week period, and we're going to look good, damn it, so no cars.
Might be too late. That place is very polluted. Shanghai is really bad.
But 3 weeks in advance, they're telling people in, like, downtown Beijing, you can't drive.
Yeah.
You have to zap to work.
Okay, good.
Be a little genie.
You better get your genie working.
Well, there are a lot of people there, so it's going to happen.
Yes.
That's L.A.
But that's their idea for a 3-week advance period. They're not going to let people pretty much drive in downtown to try to clear the air pollution.
Hope it works.
So do I.
Well, I don't know if it's going to hurt, but whatever. I'm sure it'll be nice and clear. Then on day one of the Olympics, a strong breeze will blow all the pollution right back.
Yeah, right.
Anyway.
Have fun, marathon runners.
Okay.
Well, that's why some people even said they're not going to participate. Some of the best marathon runners in the world said, no, I ain't having at that.
Yeah.
There's too much pollution in that area, and I ain't going for it. So
it's weird that they did pick that city, but...
It's more of a country, but... well,
Beijing.
Yeah, they're having in multiple areas. But, yeah, that's where they're trying to clear the pollution the most.
Well, at least they're making a good effort.
But nobody really cares about the Olympics, huh?
Well, there are certain things,
You want to watch LeBron? You want to watch the basketball team?
Yeah, I like
or
to watch
what?
the basketball team.
I like to watch
The basketball
track.
team ain't losing this year.
And I'm sick of hearing that the rest of the world's caught up with us. That's not true.
Yeah, not in basketball. I mean, there was a couple of fluke little go-arounds, like last Olympics, and a couple of, I don't know, whatever other games that we got beat in.
Nonsense.
But not this year. I can guarantee you, for some reason, not just the fact that we're the best, just I think from a something to prove factor, that the Americans will not lose a game by less than 10 points
I hope.
this Olympic summer.
I'm sick of hearing the rest of the world's caught up with the U.S. now. It's even.
Well, they have. I mean, they haven't
made ground, but
they've
haven't
made
caught
ground.
up.
They've made a lot of ground.
Right.
I agree that the best players in basketball are still Americans. However, from a team perspective, they play more of a team game.
Whoa.
You got it when you're not as good. But I think they're going to be ready to play a team game, and there you have the Team Man prediction. The Olympic basketball Americans will not lose a game by less than 10 points. If they lose a game by less than 10 points, I expect call after call after call saying, Team Man, you were wrong. But I've told you, don't doubt me again until well into my next life.
Oh.
So,
all right.
Those calls will not be coming because it won't be happening. But
That's
anyway,
right. Okay.
Nobody cares about the Olympics. So what do we do?
Well, track and field should
I
be good
definitely
a
like
little
it.
bit.
Yeah, I like it better than the Winter Olympics.
Right, gymnastics.
I'm definitely going to be looking more at this one than
I'm really looking forward to archery.
Oh, yeah, awesome. I hope he hits the target. It's so cool. God, how boring. Is that really an
Beach
event?
volleyball.
Of course. There's an event for everything.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, did they take baseball out this year? That's out, right?
Yes.
No baseball because Tommy Lasorda wasn't available. But anyway,
That's stupid. No softball, no nothing?
the Americans actually won in baseball, so they said, yeah, we're not having that.
Nice. Well, that's one sport I'd watch.
Or at least when we went to Australia, the Americans won, and
Yeah.
Tommy Lasagna was the manager of the American baseball team at the time. But anyway, let us come back and get things started for a Monday morning right after the E word.
The T-Man Show.
I think I might have mentioned this, Terry, once before, but I'll say it again.
Okay.
You know, Jordan Sparks won American Idol about a year or so ago, whatever it was.
Right.
I thought to myself, you know, she's clearly one of the weaker winners of American Idol.
Right.
But then she came out with this first cut, and I had to reevaluate even my own opinion on her situation, saying, hey, if she comes close to putting out singles like this every time around, she's going to be a big timer.
Right.
So maybe I underestimated her abilities when I saw her being crowned as our American Idol.
Yes.
Because this first cut, maybe she got a little assistance from Chris Brown, but it's not like he makes this. It's not like he makes the song.
Right.
So I have to reevaluate my own assessment of Jordan Sparks. Maybe there's more there than I even imagined, and she's going to be a big timer. Yes.
Yeah.
So way to go, Jordan
Good
Sparks.
job, Jordan.
You see Dark Knight at all over the weekend, Terry? That's what everyone was apparently going to.
I heard tons of wonderful things.
Record-setting weekend.
Yes.
No movie has ever made more money in the history of movie making.
Yeah.
Going back as far as Casablanca.
What?
Wow. Surprising. Great ending.
I can't remember. I never saw it. Anyway, and no one saw Dark Knight in here?
No. Took a pass.
Pasty saw it. Pasty's got his
Oh, yeah.
hand there. It was, yes, record-setting weekend. They eclipsed the numbers put up by Spider-Man 2 or 3. Which one has the record? Spider-Man 3? Yeah.
Probably the most current one.
Spider-Man 3, yeah, because it's always a matter of escalating movie prices.
Yeah.
So if you were to even factor in the slight increases in tickets that it cost to go to the movies from the time Spider-Man 3 came out to this weekend's Batman, this weekend's Dark Knight.
Yep.
They say, based on that, Spider-Man 3 still has the record. But it was very close as far as overall ticket sales. And when the final numbers actually come out, the estimates have Dark Knight as the number one grossing movie of all time for its first weekend.
Yeah, it was $155 million.
$155 million. Now, they say the economy's in such shambles. They say people have no money to spend. And, yeah, a movie is not the break-the-bank kind of go-out-and-do-thing kind of experience. But movies still cost money.
True.
And when you're done buying your tub of popcorn and your red vines,
yeah.
pay maybe $1 for parking, and most movies have free parking. But you go and you buy tickets.
Sure.
You're looking at a $25 night, right?
Easy.
Yeah, with the hot dog and the nachos. And the
$50 night.
Soda and the Slurpee. And the peanut butter cups and the Butterfinger bites. Yeah.
So doesn't this kind of make you wonder if the headlines that they scream about how no one has money for anything are really all that true, and people are racing out in record numbers to go see Dark Knight? If people really had no money to spend after paying for gas in their car, then I don't think it would be a record-setting weekend like it was.
On one day, on its first day, it earned $67.9 million.
People are saving money from not going on vacation, so now they have a little bit of money to spend around the house.
If you do the staycation, you do have a couple of bucks for the movies. Yes.
Everyone's saving money that way, so now they can afford a movie.
Pasty Dave, overhyped? Is it a movie I must see today if need be, or what?
I would say yes.
Wow.
That's what I've heard, too. I've heard it's just
well, you saw the free preview.
Yes.
So, of course, that puts you in a better spirit to like the movie.
Everything's better free, right?
But would you have paid for it?
Oh, no, I would. It would definitely be worth the money.
Pasty Dave saw the quote-unquote radio station pre-screening situation.
Right.
Which usually makes people who go to those things enjoy the movie that much more. It didn't cost me a cent. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, hard to be upset.
You're already feeling this is great before the movie even starts.
Right. But no, it's good. You definitely would not be disappointed.
All right, well, let me open the phone lines early. Anyone who saw Dark Knight that wants to share a couple of thoughts. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but if it was as good as the hype suggests, Pasty Dave's the only one who saw it, as I said, and he, didn't pay a dime for it, so it's not going to be like, oh, this was a disaster. It's not going to feel that way. Heath Ledger, they say, is going to win an Academy Award.
Wow.
And not really capable of going up and making quite the acceptance speech.
No.
That'll be... Would it just be awkward? Would it be cool? What would it be if he gets nominated and then goes on to win the Academy Award? They say it was an Academy Award performance.
Right.
I don't think there's ever been a time where someone whose movie was out, first run in the theaters, was dead.
Brandon Lee, maybe?
Was his?
I don't know if it was really an Academy Award performance.
Definitely not an Academy Award performance.
He was working on...
you mean if someone's ever won an Academy Award?
No, yeah.
Or even nominated?
Even nominated,
yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened.
That would be really
so
weird.
Do you think it's a little bit of a sympathy award, or is it that good of a performance?
They say it's that good of a performance, and then from the clips I saw...
It's not a sorry you died award?
No, but they even had talked about that prior to his death.
Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy saw Dark Knight twice so far.
Oh, my
wow.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
You saw it 2 times?
I saw it the midnight showing and the day after. I was actually going to see it yesterday, too, but I didn't feel like getting out of bed.
Mm-hmm. And it's got you that, like, getting up to go as early and often as possible. It's that good.
Yeah, like, I plan on seeing it probably 20 more times before it comes out on DVD. It's, like, amazing.
You saw Iron Man?
You said what?
You saw Iron Man?
Yeah, I saw that the day it came out, too. It was, compared to that, it was way better than Iron Man.
Really?
But,
I mean, people raved about Iron Man when it first came out, and then I went to see it, and I wasn't at all let down. I thought Iron Man was awesome, but this is a different feel, though, isn't it?
Yeah, like, it's way different, but, like...
This is darker, for lack of a better word. I mean, it's Dark Knight, but to call it darker is...
Right, no,
This is, like, what, creepy, dark, kind of... Like, what?
Well, I mean, like, the reason it was so good is because Heath Ledger's performance, like, who cares about Batman? I just saw it for the Joker, and, like...
Iron Man was kind of like an upbeat feeling.
Right.
For
almost
the most part, and bright colors and nice effects. This is, like, creepy.
Yeah, it's, like, psychotic and...
Yeah. So he was perfect for the role.
And it just adds to it. That dude died, you know.
Right.
It adds to the creepiness of it all.
It is. The darkness.
Where are you right now?
You said what?
Where are you right now?
I'm at work now.
So early?
Yeah.
What are you talking
Who the hell
about?
goes to work so damn early? Yeah, why? Man.
I work at Zoomies home office in Everett.
Mm-hmm.
I called in a few times before.
Yeah, I know you've called before. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like more of sounds like more of a retail joint than a home office.
You said what?
Oh, geez. It sounds like more of a retail place that you're at with, like, customers milling around than just workers. That's all people that you work with in the background?
Oh, yeah, just like a bunch of sweatshop people.
Oh.
I'm sitting at my desk watching them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They're up at, like, the crack of dawn, pushing boxes and everything.
Wow.
What'd you say? Girl named Dawn smoking crack already?
you said what?
Wow.
All right, so Dark Knight, I must go as soon as possible is what you're saying.
You have to see it today if you can, but I think it's sold out until this weekend.
Yeah, it was sold out in a lot of theaters.
On, no, it's not.
Come on.
It was.
That's the great thing about movies. You don't sell out in advance, except maybe on occasion with like a Sex and the City situation.
The IMAX is sold out.
Sold out for the whole week?
No, it's
the IMAX is, but
well,
you
maybe the
probably
IMAX.
go to Lowe's.
Oh, well, that's different.
All right. I mean, is it that big a difference if you go to just a regular theater with digital sound?
Yeah. DLP, you must see it in that, because the second time I saw it, it wasn't DLP, and it didn't look as good.
Yeah, I heard that too.
DLP?
The IMAX is, 3 stories high, the screen. I mean, it's...
What's DLP?
Just DLP is like
resolution.
HD, kind of, but not as good.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for the report.
Yep.
All right, bud.
All right.
There he goes. Says it's not overhyped.
Nope.
Dark Knight. Greatest movie of all times.
Looks like it.
Let's get the Concordic's little assessment of it all. Annie, you're on the air.
Hi, T-Man.
How you doing, baby?
Nothing. What's up?
Nothing. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm driving to work right now. I saw Batman yesterday.
Where do you work? What do you do?
I do documents. I work in Alamo.
You work for Alamo? Rent-A-car?
Yeah, I do export documents.
What do you got on this morning?
What am I, what?
What are you wearing?
I'm wearing like a vest and like a long sleeve. It got really chilly over the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Got the Alamo Company vest on?
No. It's a very casual workplace.
I hear the dollar Rent-A-Car vest is much nicer.
You what?
And the Enterprise. Oh,
wow.
So hot. Talk about styling. So you saw Dark Knight last night?
Yeah.
And?
I love it. I'm going to be Batgirl for Halloween, dude.
Really?
Was there a Batgirl in the Dark Knight?
No.
No, you're just saying that because it sounds
I have
cute.
this thing where when I watch like really awesome movies, I want to be that for Halloween.
And it's close enough to Halloween now where maybe nothing comes between now and then to change your feeling on what you want to be. You're going to be
I wanted to be 300 earlier this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was like late last year, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I just saw it recently.
Oh, you just saw it recently? And what would you wear as Batgirl? Let's say, like, we fast forward to October
everything
31st.
but like skimpier.
Everything that who plays Batman in Dark Knight? I mean, everyone talks about Heath Ledger.
Is it Christian Bale?
It's pretty much
Christian Bale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just
you want to wear everything he wore, but like skimpier and sexier, or what?
Yeah.
And you want to be Batgirl?
Yeah.
And is Batgirl, I mean, there was the Batgirl on the TV show, but did she have any special powers? She just kicked a lot.
I don't know.
Batman and Robin used to hold her hands as she kicked, like, Penguin in the face and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember her very well.
No, but
I remember her. She was a little cutesy thing.
Really?
In one of the Batman movies, Alicia Silverstone played Batgirl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it...
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
I just remember coming home in, like, second grade, watching Batman with the pow, and she kicked a lot.
She did.
Batman and Robin very gentlemanly held her wrists as she got more leverage.
So that she could flick up and kick with both.
To kick the Riddler in the frickin' face.
Right.
And it worked every time.
It did.
Kapow!
Kapow!
And that's what you want to be.
Yeah.
Now imagine a lot of people, the best part about Halloween parties, as far as I'm concerned, is people that drift off with, like, others that they just meet that night and have sex in costume. Do you anticipate being in your sexy Batgirl outfit that if you meet the right guy, you'd be willing to have sex as Batgirl at a Halloween party come late October?
No, because...
Talk about kapow.
A boyfriend or whatever he is.
Oh, you got a boyfriend or whatever you call him?
Yeah.
How serious are you with him?
Well, we're together, but not together. I don't know.
How does that work again?
Explain that to us, please. Please break that down for all of us that don't understand what you're talking about.
I don't know.
You don't know?
We recently broke up, but then we still hang
So you're an off and on kind of boyfriend-girlfriend relationship?
We're not really into that kind of stuff, but we're doing it.
You're not really into the tumultuous relationship kind of behavior, and yet you can't help but find yourself in it.
Yeah.
Is it because you guys realize that you're not ready to be committed to just you, one another, and want to date other people?
Whatever. She laughs
at... I'm just curious.
There could be a million reasons. She laughs at other people, other girls that are in relationships where they break up and get back together, and yet now she's one of them. I know who you are. I know what's going on. You always, like, look down at other girls that...
No, I do not look down at other people.
Well, you do. You look down at other... You say basically, thank whoever that I am not in that kind of relationship. And now, before you were able to really identify what was going on, you woke up one day and realized you were in that kind of relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, but I never put down on it. I was just like, why would you do that? And now I understand why. I want to be with him.
Mm-hmm. So you shouldn't have been so damn judgmental about all the other girls that you were thanking heavens that you weren't them when they were having this on and off kind of ridiculous relationship.
I just asked, why did you do it? Like, why? If you're going to break up, break up. But if you're going to be together, then be together. But now I see why.
Well, now you realize what it's like to have a relationship where a man has a hold over you. Because that's what he obviously has. And he's got you on a frickin' yo-yo. Is that what you are? Nothing but a simple yo-yo?
Up and down.
That's the best thing that ever happened to him.
Oh,
hey,
wow.
save it for him, all right? Because if he ain't buying it, we ain't buying it. How long you known this guy?
Like 3 years.
When was the last time you had sex? Over the weekend?
I don't want to tell you.
When was the last time you had relations with your boyfriend?
Yesterday. This morning.
Yesterday morning?
This morning, she said.
You're a morning sex kind of girl?
Oh.
You're not a morning sex girl? You're more of a night sex girl?
I'm like a whenever.
You're whenever the situation can present itself, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Wow. You need it a lot?
What?
Sex.
Do I get a lot?
You need it a lot.
Do I need it a lot?
Yeah.
No, I'm okay.
How many times would you have to have it in a particular week to say, I didn't get it enough this week?
At least 4 times a week.
So if you get it 3 times in a particular week, you would say to yourself, man, I didn't get it enough this week. Or 2 times. How many times? You have to listen to the question carefully. How many times would you get it in a particular week whereby you would say, I feel like I did not have enough sex this week, and there's something wrong with my body, and my mind, and my soul, and my VJ? How many times?
I don't know. I don't want to answer it.
I don't think it's that invasive a question, Terry.
Hey.
2 times? 1 time? No times? 5 times?
Okay, like twice.
Twice. So if it happened twice, that would be you feeling weird that you didn't get it enough.
No, like twice, 2 to 3 times equals.
Who's typically the aggressor when you have sex with your boyfriend? That's on again, off again kind of situations. Who is more usually the sexual aggressor in your standard night of sex? Are you usually more aggressive than him, or he, and you're more passive and let him kind of take the lead?
Equal.
Wow. It can't really be equal.
Okay, well...
It's almost an impossibility for it to be equal. Someone always is kind of taking the lead, and the other is, even if it's 51 to 49%, someone's more passive and someone's more aggressive.
It's equal because that's why I want to be with him, because it's equal.
This is not some substitute sugar we're talking about here. It's not equal. Either you're more aggressive...
Why can't you believe it's equal?
It's an impossibility, scientifically. That's why.
It's possible.
Anything's possible. However, from a scientific standpoint, it's basically a physical impossibility for it to be completely equal. But if you refuse to answer the question, whatever. Now, since you seem like you have a problem answering that question, answer this last one and we'll all be fine. What is your specialty when it comes to your sexual abilities?
I don't want to answer that.
Listen, you go to work in your little vest.
Your little, what is it, Alamo?
And have a great week, and don't forget to remember the Enterprise. I can't remember how the saying goes. Okay, very good. Take care. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, bye. Done with you. Off again.
It's equal, T-Man.
Off again.
No.
She is the perfect candidate for the on-again, off-again relationship. I'm already off again with her, Terry.
When are you going to be on again?
Next time she calls, I'm on again.
All right. Well,
but then after talking to her for 5 minutes, off again.
Got it. And then she'll call back and you'll be on again.
I don't want to answer that. Off again. It's equal. Off again. I want to be back, girl. On again.
Whoa.
It's a naughty side to her that wants to be Batgirl, Terry.
Oh, I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, she just doesn't want to expose it.
Oh, no, she's exposing it in little ways. She wants to be Batgirl. Isn't that a slight misspelling? And what you're really trying to say is you want to be bad girl?
Oh, yes, T-Man, yes.
You don't need to wait for Halloween for that to be bad girl.
Can't wait.
I pick up on the little subtleties that people express. She wants to be Batgirl.
No, yeah.
You want to be bad girl.
So
Wait,
bad.
maybe she wants to be fat girl.
Oh.
That could be a possibility,
On
too.
again.
The T-Man Show.
The Dark Knight is already wowing audiences. It opened last night on reportedly 4,000 screens, midnight Eastern Time, 9 p.m. on the West Coast, and broke records, making over 18 million.
That's just in the first night. They're a little behind where we're at right now, where the reports are out that this is the highest grossing movie of all time as far as the first weekend is concerned. We've already gotten reviews, so everyone seems to be cool with not just the numbers, but the fact that the movie kind of meets up to the hype, and all sounds good.
Yep.
It's just got a little bit of that tinge of sadness that Heath Ledger wasn't around to enjoy. Not that he was the type to enjoy anything anyway.
Yeah.
And we're convinced at this point now, 6 months out since he died, that it was more of an accidental overdose as opposed to a suicide, or what?
I believe so.
Everyone seems to be in agreement on an accidental overdose.
Yeah.
Yes.
How not convinced? Because they did find him naked, right?
They did, because he was either he
Getting
had
a
just gotten
massage.
done getting a massage or getting ready.
No, he was about to get a massage. His masseuse was actually...
Oh, that's right. She's the one who discovered him.
Down the street when apparently he moved to the next world.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not just sitting there all butt naked waiting for my masseuse. There's that moment where you greet the masseuse fully clothed, or at least with shorts on. You shake hands, and then you go in the room and you get the rest of it off.
Oh, okay.
You open the door to your apartment butt naked when your masseuse comes over?
Maybe you do if you're Heath Ledger. I don't know.
Hold up, you got to get naked for a massage?
Well, you can.
We need to get this man a massage.
I know.
But first we got to get him channels.
Yeah.
You can't have a massage until you have channels.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Now I know.
agree.
We're all gonna chip in, one channel each.
Yes.
Get you started.
3 channels, 4 channels?
I'm going to buy you C-SPAN
for Arbor Day.
I love to say C-SPAN.
If you could have one channel, C-SPAN's the last one you take.
Right, I'm buying you that one.
In the channel draft.
In the channel.
Oh, yeah.
When David Stern steps to the podium and announces the picks for the channel draft, C-SPAN is always the last one on the board.
Can't be the last one, really.
There's got to be a last channel. Why would you take something before C-SPAN?
Yeah.
Why would you take something after C-SPAN, I guess is the question. What channel do you want less than C-SPAN?
BBC.
I mean, unless you're just some dude who's into politics and you want to watch senators just rambling all day long, why would you want C-SPAN?
I don't know.
You know what C-SPAN is?
Well, I guess
C-SPAN is provided free of charge by the cable companies as like a gift to you, so you can watch the House of Representatives and the senators argue about bills that never go anywhere.
Oh, I hope this bill passes. Hey, get in here, honey. It's going to be awesome.
They're actually taking the vote now. Should I pause this?
Yeah. There's got to be something else. I haven't had channels for a while, so...
You know what it was? Vinnie the Pooh didn't even know what C-SPAN was.
Hey, like I said, I haven't had channels for a while. How am I supposed to know that?
Well, they had C-SPAN before you had channels.
Now you know.
All right.
C-SPAN sounds like a cool name for a channel.
Yeah, it
far from it.
Not
C-SPAN.
good. Not good.
Sounds like it should be something good, right? C-SPAN.
Yeah.
But it's about as boring. You get more entertainment out of watching a grass grow. They should have the Grass Grow channel. It would be more exciting.
I've got it.
Pretty cool.
The Paint Dry channel. One channel up from the Grass Grow channel. And then after that, C-SPAN.
And they both be better?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would definitely take the Grass Grow channel over us. What else is going on out there for a Monday morning?
Actually, quite a bit of stuff. First, I'll just get the naked pictures out of the way. I have naked pictures of Sienna Miller with her little...
Supposed to probably be with us. Oh, these are of somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, with her married boyfriend.
Yeah, this is like a rerun. Didn't you last Monday hit me with pictures of Sienna Miller?
Yeah, but this is a little bit more hands-on, where you see waves crashing, and his hands are on her breasts.
No, it's got to be serious if waves are crashing.
I know. They're really on the beach and all that stuff.
And this is a married married man with 4 kids.
Yes, as a matter of
And
fact.
Sienna Miller is in the process of stealing this man from his wife and his children.
I think she's pretty much already stolen him.
You know, I think I meant to ask this last week. Where did this Sienna Miller, I've heard her name a million times, it seems like, and yet I'm confused as to where she came from originally. What rock did she crawl out from under? Where do we get her from? Was there a
she
show?
involved with what's his name that cheated on his wife or Jude Law? Wasn't she involved with Jude Law somehow or no? Why am I thinking?
I think she
That
was.
sounds right, but she didn't come from any movie or any show.
No, she did.
I'm trying to figure out the origin of Sienna Miller.
I don't know
where she came from. Was there a sitcom? Was there a movie? Was there some spot where she got pretty much introduced to the world that I can't remember?
She was engaged to Jude Law. Yes.
Busy stealing husbands now.
Now
wasn't she with Jude Law when he cheated with the nanny or something? Wasn't that her?
So she's not really a celebrity then. She's just a pseudo-celebrity.
I think she's an actress as well.
Yeah,
So she was with Jude Law. I think that sounds right, actually. She was with Jude Law when Jude Law cheated on her with the nanny when he was engaged to her. That sounds right. You said no, Terry,
That might not
but I
be
think
right,
he's
but
right.
I think that's right.
Okay.
Jude Law was engaged to someone when he cheated on his fiancée with the nanny. Right?
That's what I thought, yeah. I thought he was engaged.
Anyone remember that?
I don't know who this woman is.
I think it was Sienna Miller. That's why I'm asking. I meant to ask this last week, but I guess I didn't want to sound dumb or
She
something.
has played a female lead opposite Heath
That never
Ledger
stopped me.
in a drama, Casanova.
Oh, she's been in movies, and she was in one with
Heath Ledger.
Mm-hmm. Small World. We've been talking about him pretty much all morning long.
Let's see, what else?
So she is an actress in her own right.
Yes.
But I still think that Hopsnotch was right when he said that she was engaged to Jude Law.
You are right. Yes, both of you are right. Hotshot, yes. Nanny. She is the one.
She wasn't the nanny. She was the one.
No, she was the one.
So a woman who is still, I'm sure, feeling some remnants of the scars that sting still to this day, being cheated on in a relationship that you were counting on, and the nanny kind of swiping your future right out from under your feet. To compensate for that, she is now stealing some woman's husband.
Yes.
Interesting how women work.
Yeah.
Interesting how women are wired. Interesting how women will react to certain situations.
Yeah, but it is interesting because it doesn't seem like this is something new to her.
Instead of developing sympathy when being screwed over by a man and a woman, especially the woman who apparently was callous enough and didn't have any regard for the fact that you were engaged to that man to stop her from having sex with him. Instead of saying, well, I will be the one who now makes sure I never have any woman feel what I went through.
Right.
Instead of doing that, she's frolicking around on crashing water when this guy is a married man with 4 kids.
Yes.
Interesting how women work. Interesting how women think. Interesting how women are wired.
And the wife even flew down to wherever they were frolicking or whatever to confront the situation.
That's right. I said are wired. The wife trying to salvage any last hope for the marriage that this man obviously could care less about.
Right. Well, that's because, of course, they're all denying it, or these two are denying it, but yet there's pictures all over the place.
Can you remember me?
She's topless. He's caressing her boobs. There's crashing water around her ankles. I don't think there's really much of a denial case to be made here.
Not
It's not what you think, honey.
And now here in this picture, she's jumping in his arms and straddling her legs around his waist.
It's not what it looks like.
These pictures are taken out of context.
Yes, they are.
Pasty, put these pictures up on the tmanshow.com and see if anyone out there in the listening audience can understand how a woman could deny how anything inappropriate could be taking place here. She's got nice bodies, Sienna Miller, I'll tell you that.
She does, yes. I was liking the lower half looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Surprised you thought the breasts, being that they are real, they weren't big enough.
Well, he's covering her breasts with his hands, so I really can't tell how big or small her breasts are. I mean, they look like they're on the smaller side, but he's covering enough so it doesn't strike me as grotesquely flat.
All right.
And that is absolutely a term that should be
Grotesquely
used more than it is. Grotesquely flat, yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, sorry.
What was that?
That was mine.
How's your stomach?
No. It was my computer because I had it on.
Your computer's hungry? Not only do you get hungry, but you got your computer trained to get hungry with
I do. It's my alarm.
Terry, we're past the point for eating breakfast.
Oh, yeah. Way past.
We're supposed to be on lunch in a half hour. So Sienna Miller is denying that she has anything going on with this guy.
Well, they did both. Denied.
And who's the guy again?
Balzar or somebody?
A Balzar.
Yeah. Or something like that.
And who is he?
I don't know.
You told us
Oh, yeah,
last
he
week.
was in Brothers and Sisters.
He's in the show Brothers.
Tommy. His character's name was Tommy.
He was a former cast member of the show Brothers and Sisters.
Yes.
He's not on anymore.
Yes.
But he's also like this family rich guy, right? He's got family huge money, long paper series.
Yeah,
oil money, wasn't it?
oil money.
Did you say it was oil money?
Yeah, in the Getty family. I remember now.
Yes.
Well, they make a cute couple, I'll say that.
Well, they look awfully happy, don't they?
But you're not supposed to really make a cute couple with someone on the beach when you're married with 4 kids to another woman. You're not really supposed to be
I hate that part.
You're not supposed to be having people look at your pictures and say, oh, you guys make a cute couple.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case he's lost a little sight of what you're supposed to be doing when you're married. You're supposed to be steering clear of getting naked on beaches with other women and having people look at your pictures and say, oh, you guys make a cute couple.
Right.
You're supposed to be doing that. You're supposed to be steering clear of those situations.
Yes, or if you want to be in that situation where you are a cute couple, why don't you get divorced first? Possibly.
Not as fun.
I understand that, but still, out of respect for the wife and 4 kids.
When you're married with 4 kids, if you see a woman that you think to yourself, wow, if I ever got like naked on a beach with her and had pictures taken of us hugging and straddling each other, people would say, wow, you make a cute couple. I have to steer clear of that. That's what you're supposed to be thinking, huh?
It's too bad, though, you have to steer clear of that, huh?
Even if you see someone, like in the bank or wherever, in the grocery store, and you're like, wow, if I could get her to a beach and naked and have pictures taken of us, everyone would agree we're such a cute couple. The little man inside of you is supposed to say, well, you're married, as great a couple as you may look with her. You can't be doing that.
Right.
I hate the little man.
Well, that's apparently...
Kill the little man!
Yeah. Apparently, dude here either hates or disregards the little man, too, because he says, well, I don't care what you say, little man. I'm going to look really good with her on the beach, and I want to feel what it feels like, and I want to have sex with her, and I want waves crashing around us, and I want to touch her little boobies, and I care not about my wife and my 4 kids, so here I go.
And
the little man says, I'll call the travel agent.
Yes.
And that's what the little man did for Mr. Getty.
Maybe his little man is the Expedia troll guy. Like the little gnome.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his little man, the Expedia gnome.
That would be very convenient.
It would be, yeah.
Yes.
He's got travel stickers from everywhere.
If your little man can double as the Expedia gnome, that is a very, well, it's got to come in handy. If you could have your little man double as anyone or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's your first choice in the little gnome draft.
Papa Smurf's my first choice. Expedia gnome, top 3, I think. And maybe Vern Troyer.
Vern Troyer.
Yeah.
We won't get to see a sex tape, by the way.
That's what we hear.
Yep.
Yeah, there was little clips of a sex tape of...
He fought it and he won.
He won? It's already over?
Yeah, we're not going to get to see it. Sorry, folks.
If it's been shot and it's in somebody's hands, lawsuit or not, it will make the mainstream at some point in the near future.
All right.
Trust me on that.
Never see a guy fight a sex tape harder than someone with a 2-inch weenus. Man. He was fighting it tooth and nail.
He did.
No way that's getting out.
However, if you had a 2-inch weenus, now lucky for you, it's 2 3/4. If you had a 2-inch weenus, you would fight tooth and nail that sex tape getting out too.
That's my point. You never seen a guy fight harder in your life than someone with a 2-inch wiener.
Yes.
No way that thing was getting out over his little body.
You said you had other pictures, too, this morning. What other pictures do you have to share with us? Anything else, or is that it?
Those
just
were
multiple pictures of...
pictures, yes. Of the frolicking...
I guess you can go in one of 2 directions when you're scarred, like Sienna Miller was scarred by the Danny who blew to smithereens the prospect of her getting married. You could either say, as I suggested, a lot of women would say, well, I'll overcompensate for never being the one who destroys a woman's world like that. Or you could say, when do I get my turn?
Yeah.
I guess you could say that Sienna Miller is more in that camp. I got my life destroyed and my foundation rocked. I can't wait to do it to somebody else.
So she does.
If you've wrecked a family or a marriage and care not, why don't you call in now?
And proud of it, as a matter of fact.
You don't necessarily have to be proud of it, but if you want to share the intricate details of how and why you either accidentally or purposefully decided to wreck a happy family, or maybe not so happy, the phone lines are always available.
There you go.
It's always difficult to get people to talk on a Monday, especially such an exhausting weekend.
Yeah.
Everyone needs some recoup time, and here I am asking a lot of the audience, but the phones are always there for you. Toll free. 1-866-663-T-MAN is the number. That's 1-866-663-T-MAN. What else do you have this morning, Terry? What else is going on?
Britney Spears. She has relinquished custody of her kids to Kevin. She still gets visitation, and however, he's got full physical custody, and he gets more child support now.
How do you go about relinquishing?
You sign over.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. You say, I relinquish my parental duties. So there you go.
Right that time. There was a cue in there.
It was a cue when I left her a few keys.
I said relinquishing.
Yes. Well, he said relinquishing. Anyway, I understand. And she had some motivation for relinquishing custody of her kids. It's going to make the path a little smoother for future court days and the relationship overall with Kevin, or what?
I don't know, but...
Are you sure she relinquished full custody of her kids?
She did.
Did she have no choice, pretty much? Is that pretty much what we are assuming here?
Well, no. She
voluntarily
relinquished her
Yeah, technically
custody.
she voluntarily did that.
Yes.
But if she didn't voluntarily do that, it was going to happen anyway, obviously, right?
Not necessarily, because she was doing well. I mean, she's
kept herself out of the headlines and off gurneys that she's been strapped to in the past.
Yeah, she's kind of mellowing out and kind of being a little bit more responsible.
I haven't shaved my head in like 2 years.
She hasn't shaved her head in 2 years. She hasn't had helicopters flying over her house.
Right.
Trying to catch video footage of her nervous breakdown in a good 9 months.
Right.
There is a case to be made that she's making progress in her life.
Yes.
Haven't beat a pedestrian's car with an umbrella in a while.
Yep, hasn't even hit
Doing
anybody.
well.
Ran over any paparazzi.
No public urination. There's been really nothing that Britney Spears has offered the tabloids in at least the past 6 months.
Yeah.
This is something that we have to be aware of and acknowledge. We bashed Britney during the hard times. Chris Crocker out of business. There is no bad press about Britney Spears in at least 6 months.
At least.
Monique wants to join us this morning. Yes, Monique, you're on the air.
Hi, T-Man.
How you doing, baby? What's going on with you this morning? How was your weekend, Monique?
It was pretty good, actually. My mom had a birthday.
Your mom had a birthday?
Yeah.
How old is Mamala?
51.
51.
Yeah.
And how old's her prettiest daughter?
27.
And how old are you?
27.
Oh! Do you have any sisters, Monique?
2 sisters.
You have 2 sisters. And yet you didn't hesitate in identifying who the prettiest daughter that your mom has as you. You didn't hesitate in responding that you clearly are her prettiest daughter.
I think we're all pretty.
No, it's too late for that. Your sisters were thrown under the bus, and that's okay. It's, I'm sure, something they would do if asked the same question. Would your sisters acknowledge that you are the prettiest daughter that their mom had?
I think they would say we were all pretty.
Whatever. Anyway, there's no such thing as a tie. All right, so what can I do for you this morning, Monique?
I just wanted to comment on the statement, the situation with the girl that's cheating, and she's been cheated on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like she went for revenge more so than for compassion.
Yes.
I would have thought she'd had more compassion.
Yeah, that's what I kind of was. That's what I was making a notation of. I guess you can go in one of 2 directions. I would think, believe it or not, as catty as women can be, and women can be pretty damn catty to a disgusting level, Terry. Don't get me wrong. I certainly acknowledge that.
Oh, I do too.
Women and their competitiveness and their cattiness towards other women. have certainly no shortage of the cattiness. However, I think the average woman, or the majority of women, when cheated on in such a devastating fashion, you're engaged, you're getting set to marry the man of your dreams, and that's what Jude Law was to Sienna Miller, whether she realized it or not. When she was engaged to him, Terry, he was the man of her dreams, and then she had to have the rude awakening, the finding out of the news that not only is the wedding having no ability to go forward with it, but just the hardcore influx of information that the man that you were prepared to marry and spend a life with cheated on you with the frickin' nanny.
Yes.
No, I mean, basically, it just seems to me as though she needs to come to a realization that she's not marriage material. That's what it sounds like.
Now, typically, I would think the average woman, the majority of women, would say after that kind of situation happened, well, I'm going to make sure I never put a woman in that kind of pain and hurtful type feeling. Because you know, no matter how strong or weak or whatever kind of woman this Sienna Miller is, she had to be seriously damaged and hurt by this.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's one of two directions to go in, and I think the majority of women, as catty as women are, would tend to lean towards, I'll make sure to devote my life to never having a woman experience what I experienced, and I'll make sure to never get involved with another woman's man.
Right. But I know how it feels.
But Sienna Miller didn't obviously take that route. She's frolicking on beaches with not only a man who's involved, not only a man who's committed, but a man who's been married for over a decade. I'm not even sure about that, but it sounds good. And has 4 kids. If he has 4 kids, it's safe to say he's been married over a decade.
A while,
She has no respect for the moral fabric of our society.
Wow.
What it all stands for.
You make it sound even more nasty type behavior than I even did.
This man has 4 kids. I mean, are you serious? This man has 4 kids.
Monique, have you ever been cheated on by a man? And obviously, if a woman lives long enough, could a woman dodge her entire life the prospect of having a man cheat on her? I think yes. Obviously,
Probably
she can.
not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. But I haven't been cheated on.
You've never been cheated
not.
on. You've never been cheated on, but you imagine in the future at some point, if you live long enough, you'll be cheated on.
Probably.
So you're not with a man right now?
Actually, I am.
You have a boyfriend?
Yes, I do.
And you wouldn't be shocked any day now if you find out that he's cheated on you?
I wouldn't be shocked. I'd be disappointed, but I wouldn't be shocked.
You'd cut his balls off, but you wouldn't be shocked.
Basically.
I understand. All right. Well, she has some serious... I mean, you could hear the tone of her voice when she talks about how Sienna Miller is behaving, Terry.
Right.
She wants to smack her, and she doesn't even know who Sienna... No, we all don't even know really who Sienna Miller is.
Right.
We've heard the name enough lately to just feel like we know her, but we don't really even know her.
Really, we don't. You're right.
We don't.
I mean, the thing about it is...
You don't know her. You don't really know.
Think about anyone, she would think about the children.
You don't really know where the Sienna Miller came from. You haven't followed her life really at any point, have you, Monique? Right?
No, you're right.
But you want to smack her in the frickin' face, don't you?
Actually, she needs to be put into a den of wolves.
Wow.
She needs to be put into a gang of wolves.
Exactly.
At any point, once the gang of wolves start to really manhandle or animal handle her and start really... And once they start ripping her apart and she still has some life to be saved, do you step in and you call off the dogs, or do you just...
Yeah, right.
You do. So you have a little bit of a heart in you when it comes to the punishment you think she has coming to her. You would, if you had the power to make the wolves...
Children. If there wasn't 4 children, she wouldn't be in bad of a situation.
But if you had the power, if you had a button or the power to stop the wolves when they really started to inflict harm on Sienna Miller, would you push the button or no?
Of course.
Okay, so there comes a point where she only wants a certain level of damage to take place and not beyond that.
Like tear up her face a little bit, and then we're all good to go. And then we'll pull them off. Okay.
Maimed for life, but not like on life support.
Right.
I see.
Be able to walk around and just so you can see the damage every day.
She'll never look good another day in her life, no matter how many skin grafts and plastic surgery she gets.
Right.
But you got to call off the wolves at some point.
Right.
Yes.
Live with your punishment day to day.
Exactly.
Well, that sounds about fair. Okay. Yeah, that sounds about right. Scratch up her face beyond recognition. Take a chunk out of her hip and...
Wow, really?
And and scratch the nipple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But at some point you push the button, you say, okay, Wolves, you've done your job.
And they leave, they retreat.
Here's a couple of pieces of raw meat for you guys, and that's all we need from today. Yeah, for today.
Then she goes to the hospital, gets a little bit better.
Monique, thank you for your honesty and your call.
Thank you.
Take care. Interesting. Yeah. Yes. Liz thinks Sienna Miller is disgusting, and she would never call off the Wolves.
Oh, wow. Till she's dead.
That second part I added, Terry. But Liz thinks Sienna Miller is disgusting.
But remember to...
Well, let's hear from Liz first. Yeah, save that thought. Hi, Liz. Liz?
Hello?
Hi, Liz.
Keep talking, but what did I do?
What's she saying?
I don't know.
Are you there, Liz?
Luggage. Shouldn't be letting go.
Your phone is utting out, and we didn't really catch any of that. So, do you want to say it again or no?
The one part that doesn't cut out.
The one part that doesn't cut out is her swearing at her phone. But that was kind of cute. Although we couldn't hear that.
Okay.
I think we all spent a certain amount of time during a particular day cursing at our phone. So we could all understand. I don't think we say that harsh a type of diatribe of words.
Right.
But, now what did you want to say? I told you to hold that thought, Terry.
Well, reading up on Sienna Miller from Wikipedia, the kids that, those weren't her kids with Jude Law, remember? He was married prior to Sienna Miller.
So she originally stole Jude Law away from somebody?
That's kind of
your recollection?
Implied there, the way it sounds.
So she's always been a woman who gets in and
somehow
just causes turmoil.
Yeah, so this is like the second...
So this is a
recurring pattern, I think, for her.
And the nanny getting in the mix in her personal interest was just a what goes around comes around moment.
Maybe so.
I see. Destiny! You're on the air.
Hello?
Hi, Destiny. How are you, and how's your child?
How are you?
Oh, jeez. What can I do for you, Destiny?
Okay, so I read in Star Magazine this weekend that he had been separated for 5 months before he started seeing Sienna Miller. So really, can you really be bashing her this bad?
Oh, you never told us that, Terry. The student separated with his wife?
It was never...
Oh, everything I've said for the past, 5 days? Never mind.
Well, but the thing is that the wife...
Terry doesn't give me all the info.
Well, I didn't have that information.
The wife flew out to where
the wife
he
didn't
knew.
know. Right, and the other thing, too, is he was denying that they were even together. Yes, they're good friends, but he denied that he was having any kind of affair or anything.
With Sienna Miller?
Yes.
When his wife asked him what was going on.
Right.
So that brings the sadness factor back into this.
Right.
Okay, everything I said over the past 5 days, I mean it again.
Okay. I mean, regardless of them being separated.
Yeah, right.
If it was that case,
but if they
then the wife would have already known and not had to fly down there and confront them, the both of them. With all 4 kids, mind you.
She flew down with the 4 kids? What about this one? Don't you love this one? So it's hard to confront, I imagine, your husband who has fathered 4 kids with you when the confrontation takes place with crashing water around the ankles of a hot, topless woman who's straddling your husband.
Right.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Bring on the confrontation.
That's right. I'll take it. There is something kind of hot about Sienna Miller. I'm not really into her kind of body per se, but there's something kind of...
I'm just still trying to figure out where this girl came from.
Yeah, I don't know. Some stupid actress, I think.
Some stupid Brit.
Oh, she's European, yeah.
Some stupid Brit. Limey bitch.
Yep.
Wow. Where it might be very acceptable to do this type of thing over in...
I don't think it's just acceptable to cheat on people.
She's just creeping into the headlines little by little and starting to infiltrate our world.
Yep.
Is that what's going on here?
Sounds like it.
We don't really know when we first started talking about her. She just seems like she's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Huh. Yep. There are movies she's been in, but you don't remember her from them.
Right.
She's the girl that you realize has been at the party for a while, but you're not sure who she is or when she got there, and yet you feel like you know her.
Well, if you want to get topless and hang out on the beach, she'll take your picture, too. Making quite a name for herself.
Is that a fair analogy or not even close?
The girl that's been hanging out at the party you never really knew was there?
That's right. And yet, when you talk to her, you feel like...
you feel like you know her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
She's always kind of been there, but didn't really say much. Kind of subtle.
All right.
Little wallflower kind of. But a deadly one.
Are the pictures up on the TManShow.com of Sienna Miller straddling this man who has the 4 kids with the wife that made an emergency trip down to the sandy beaches of Acapulco? Where were they hanging out, Terry? What?
It was some kind of, something.
Mexico? Ocean shores?
Probably not, I'm guessing.
No. It's on somebody's yacht.
Probably having hypothermia from standing in a water.
Somebody's yacht or something. That they had gotten aboard.
Well, it's one thing to pack up a little bag for yourself and try to
rescue your marriage.
To make a last-ditch effort to remind your husband how much you love him and try to salvage anything that's left. It's another thing to tell your kids to pack a small bag.
Oh, boy.
And bring them with you. And comb your hair!
Oh. Is that kind of pathetic, though, on the wife's part, to go chasing after him? Is that pathetic a little bit?
It's pathetic enough to just start chasing them by yourself.
Remember me?
It's
your wife.
It's a nice extra heaping helping of extra patheticness to be bringing the kids with you.
Yeah.
Well, but it's kind of sad when the husband, even though you're separated, you still have, you haven't even filed any paperwork.
Well, now you're agreeing that they are separated, Terry. We never heard of the separation factor
I never
before.
heard it either in any of my news stories.
So you're taking the listeners'
I'm just saying, even if they are separated,
right?
Nothing's been filed, so not even a legal separation, right? But sure, you can be separate for 5 months. Maybe he's working on some kind of film. Oh, we're separated.
Well, that's not really what you would entitle as separated. And most separations are not the legal type of separations. Most separations are like, I'm kind of sick of you. I'll be chilling out over here for a while in this area of the country, and, don't call me. That's the typical separation.
I understand that.
I might come back. But don't wait up.
The T-Man Show.
She's in and she's out. This is Khloe Kardashian's official booking photo, a.k.a. the mugshot. Khloe clocked into jail around 8:30, and 4 hours and 37 minutes later, she was already done serving her 30-day sentence.
Oh, it's amazing how time flies in jail like that.
I know.
30-day sentence, and you're done in 4 hours.
Pretty much.
For what? Her DUI that you pretty much got on the show, or what? That's the chubby the youngest one, right?
Yeah. Pretty face, just the thicker.
Pretty face to a point.
No, I wouldn't say pretty face, Terry.
Well, she's not butt ugly.
She looks like China. If you think China's pretty, you'll like her.
She looks better than China.
Guys would likely describe the situation as this.
I don't know.
Assuming she didn't have the Kardashian last name, because most guys would be just kind of like big on the prospect of being able to tell their buddies that they screwed a Kardashian, okay? But
probably even do Bruce Jenner.
Let's say she didn't have the Kardashian last name and she was just some girl you met in a club that looked the way she looks, okay?
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out whether I agree with what I'm about to say before I even say it.
You should call yourself and ask yourself.
I have to have all parts of my mind, which are just the various personalities in my head, Terry. I agree with everything I'm about to say before I go on record with it.
All right.
I'm about to say, before I say it, that she's the kind of looking girl that if you saw her in the club, you would go home and bait it, but you would probably not want your friends to know. She may actually be a little better looking than that. She may be the one. Actually, she's probably good looking enough that you would tell your friends that you took her home, you got it done, blah blah blah. But there are definitely a certain faction of women out there, and you know who you are. Not really. That you look good enough that guys will take you home and do what needs to be done, and then some. But unfortunately, they'd rather nobody find out.
I bet you couldn't do it sober. It'd have to be some level of inebriated.
Really? You think she's that harsh?
I mean, it just would help.
What, is this her mugshot, Pasty?
That's her mugshot.
Actually, she looks pretty
Yeah, she
looks decent in her mugshot.
Yeah.
That's not really what she looks like, though.
I know.
If you watch the show and she's up against the two sisters, too, the whole time.
Well, that is...
That doesn't help her case.
That's what makes it tough. Seriously.
That's what we call literally being up against it.
Oh, my God.
It's hard to compete. Against Kim and older sister, yeah.
It is.
But she's kind of big, too. I mean, she's kind of obnoxious and loud, and she's annoying. Yeah. If you watch the show, you'll be out on her.
And here's one
kind of like the whole show.
Kind of shows her body.
Oh. I've seen her. I know. Oh, yeah.
But that's she's real thick, so. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I like her. I think she is pretty obnoxious, though.
But you like her obnoxious personality?
Yeah, kind of.
Somebody's got a personality in that show.
It's true.
Hey. All right, well, she did 4 hours in jail.
Yeah.
We cried bloody murder when Paris Hilton got put on house arrest after one day, but her, we'll let it slide.
Right.
That's an eternity compared to, like, Nicole Richie and Lindsay Lohan.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they did, like, 80 minutes.
Oh, that's right.
It was like 82 and 84 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, she had 6 times the sentence of them.
That's right. She almost had a meal.
Right.
Wow,
imagine.
She almost, they were about to serve her dinner.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Oh, wow.
It really is quite the deterrent to those who go out there and drive drunk. I know a friend that got locked out for 4.5 hours. You better think twice before doing that. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Are the jails that overpopulated that they can't keep anyone in for more than 5 hours, or what?
That's their excuse.
That's the only thing they got as far as why they release everyone that has typical or these structured, these pinpointed 30-day sentences, and they let them out in 4 hours. Well, the jails are just too crowded. All right.
Try building a new one, and no one wants it near their neighborhood.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So it's a tough situation. People want new ones, but just not near me.
Well, you can understand how you don't want a jail in your backyard.
A prison, yeah.
A prison, yeah.
Sort of.
I'll take the nuclear power plant for $200.
Prisoners don't usually escape out of prison, though. I mean, it's pretty safe, you'd think. Right?
And with that said, you don't want to be living in your neighborhood. You don't want to take a shot at being the person that has the big jailbreak. Oh, damn. Put the chain on the door.
Well, when people get out of prison, they don't usually hang around.
They don't hang around in the neighborhood right by the prison? Yeah, being a neighborhood that's not near a prison is the dangerous one.
That's what I'm saying. The one that's about 1.5 miles away on foot.
That's a good point. Let's go to the first house we see.
Not happening. Take the 10th house I see.
Yeah, but it's just not a desirable thing. I mean...
Yeah, I guess. Well, then people can't complain about the overcrowding.
There you go.
Well, that's true. Yes. All right. What else is going on this morning? What else is happening, Terrence?
Interesting little stat came out where 1 in 4 people would stand up for an entire flight if they could get half off the price of their ticket.
Stand up for the entire flight?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So if you had the option of standing, they could save money perhaps on costs for airplanes if they don't put seats in them. If you could stand up for an entire flight, or they just pose this question hypothetically to people. It's not like they're actually... The airlines are probably getting all kinds of creative ideas because they're losing money hand over a freaking fist. But I'm imagining this isn't something the airlines have been speculating over doing. This is just...
I don't think they're going to do it now.
Right.
If they won't let you have your seat back during takeoff, they're not going to let you stand during takeoff, okay?
Well, I'm thinking maybe they'll build planes in the future that don't have certain sections that don't have seats. Now, do you get a handle, Terry? Do you get a subway handle?
Doesn't really describe the whole situation, but I would assume so. It's not like you're just going to be...
If you get if you have to sit there teetering...
Yeah, teetering, going, I got the balance, okay.
I'm a surfer, I'm ready.
Right.
If you get a handle, I'm surprised. You sound like you're startled that 1 in 4 people said they would do this.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's that low. I'm surprised that only 25% of people out there said, hey... I don't need to sit if I could save 50% on airline costs.
No.
Airline costs, little by little, are starting to be jacked up.
Right.
I mean, let's be honest. The average time for a domestic flight, I mean, you fly to Vegas, you fly here, there, wherever. I imagine the average flight in-house in the United States is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours. All right? I mean, there are 5-hour flights if you fly cross-country and whatever. But the average flight that you take is 2 hours. All right? You can't stand for 2 hours? If you had the option on Expedia or Travelocity or whatever airline website, and you could either check the box that says a seat for $400 or a handle for $200. Which do you choose?
I have to go seat.
I'm sitting
Handle
too.
me.
Sitting.
Vinnie the Pooh saying, give me the handle,
I'm sitting.
and I ain't complaining.
Give me the handle.
Sitting.
You're flying from... You're going to Dallas.
Okay.
All right? Something big happening in Dallas.
Really?
2.5, 3 hours, whatever.
Sure.
$5.25 for a seat and coach. I see. I can't even do the math of what's half of $5.25.
$62.50.
$5.50
Did you really?
for a seat and coach, or $2.75 for a seat or for a
standing
for a
position.
handle in a certain section in coach where you stand like steer.
Sit.
Can I get like a bar step to
You're
put
paying $5.25?
Yeah. Can I get a little pillow and a little blanket?
You're paying $5.50 plus tax?
Why not?
Plus tax. You're looking at $5.98, Terry. Actually, 9%. You're looking at about $6.16.
Oh wait, and plus they're charging me to bring just even put luggage on the plane
And a snack.
Oh,
They don't give those away for free
no.
anymore.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you telling me you're paying $6.18 for a flight to Dallas as opposed to $2.87 with tax, Terry? Come on, you'd be tempted.
No doubt, you would be tempted. You really would. But the more you think about it, you're like, oh, I think I could do it. And then you get closer to the ticket agent going, yeah, maybe.
Well,
Nah.
what if on the floor of the plane they have like the outline of where your feet must be?
Oh, wow.
And you can't leave the
move?
little yellow box?
Well, you can like move from time to time, but you're expected to go back to your seat when you're done taking a piss or whatever. Yeah. You have to go back to your foot outline and your handle.
Now, can you lean up against the wall?
Yeah,
or
I was
are you just
thinking that,
standing. Like, I need to know all the specifics.
Well, you got to get a window stand.
Because once you hit altitude, you just lean up against it.
There are window seats. There are window positions for the standing area of your plane. You can,
Yeah, because the standing area.
if you book early enough, you can get a window handle, and then you can lean on the side of the plane.
Okay.
But if you get a middle,
oh, you're in trouble.
you're screwed.
Yeah.
No, but there is going to be like a bar, like a subway you can hang on to above you.
Yeah, I think we're agreeing that you're going to need to have a handle
Some kind
above
of-
you
yeah.
Okay.
for a little turbulence
Strap.
moments.
That's a little better then.
Yeah, I mean, I think more than 25% of people, if that is offered, if that option is available, considering people are trying to save a buck here and there more than ever right now, you would have more than 25% of the people, if it was actually posed to them, say, yeah, give me half price and I'll take the handle and let someone else have a seat.
Now, do you get off first because you're standing, or do you have to wait?
Oh, geez, that's so important.
I know. What is that? Really?
Oh, that's going to be
I was just curious.
Oh, I'm off last. I'm out.
No, I was just curious.
I don't know. Okay,
For
fine.
some people, it
If
may
that-
make it or break it. Who knows?
If that makes it or break it for you, yes, lady.
Out of all
Some
things.
people don't like to, wait for they don't have the patience. Who knows? Gotta wait for everybody to get the stuff out of overhead. Blah, 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 blah.
They have the patience to stand on an airplane.
I would imagine that.
Yeah, right. The extra 10 minutes at the gate's going to put them over the edge. I'm not standing another 10 minutes. Yeah, you just stood for 6 hours there.
Never know.
Oh, my God.
You're definitely taking the stand?
Definitely.
Taking the handle?
Yes.
Oh, man. Half price.
Half price.
Do me now.
Yes, sir.
Pretty
But
good deal.
there comes a point where if the flight's long enough, like if you're flying to New York or D.C. or something like that, or Florida, you're pretty much in no position to have to stand for 5 hours, right?
Of course.
You standing for 5 hours?
I'm just,
But you're kind of hanging there. You're standing, you're hanging.
Well,
You might want to hang yourself after 2 hours.
Can I get like a little footstep to put,
You want a footstep?
Nope, absolutely not.
I wouldn't need a footstep. No, I wouldn't need a footstep. I would like.
Sorry, sir. Where do you think you are?
Yeah.
On the Love Boat?
Can I get a footstep in first class?
Can you get a footstep? What do you need a footstep in first class for? You
Well, I
standing
mean-
in first class?
Well, I'm just saying,
They have a bar above your head. Are you doing it or not?
Yes.
That's all you got's a bar.
Yeah.
You got a handle above your head, and that's all you get. Are you doing it for a 5-hour flight? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You're not doing it for a 5-hour flight. No.
Yes, I would.
Wow. Well, it costs more probably for a 5-hour flight. More incentive.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, go to Australia for half price?
How do they buckle you in? Because it's airline FAA regulations that you got to buckle in for takeoff and landing. Can they buckle you to like a bar?
You gotta use two hands instead of one hand.
For an extra 25% off, there's no buckling, so you take your chances.
Well,
Wow.
Done.
yep.
Done.
That handle that they offer you when you stand, they handcuff you to that when you take off and land. so that you can't really go anywhere.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzy handcuffs?
Fuzzy with a bit of Velcro, yes. Okay, good.
Protect your wrist.
Yes.
You don't really need a seatbelt on a plane,
The
right?
kind that are in your night table right now, yes.
Okay, good. Leopard?
Well, I'm telling you that more than 25%. You brought this up this morning because you thought it was funny that 25% of people said they would stand for half price. I'm telling you that if it was a reality and not just a hypothetical question, if it was a realistic little choice that you could be making when you book your next flight, more than 25% of people out there are going half price and taking a handle. I don't need a chair. I just need a handle.
That's great.
You get bored, you start trying to do chin-ups with the handle.
What else are you going to do?
And you can go to the bathroom every once in a while.
Okay. Awesome.
Right.
So you can sit.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Just
There'd
take
be a
load
lot
off.
of people spending a lot of extra time in the bathroom if all they had was a handle to go back to.
Yep.
You know you're not pooping anymore, sir. Come on out.
Oh, this ball is a luxury. Feels like a lazy boy. Not moving.
You guys.
Now, do you get a movie or no? Do you get a digi
Well,
player?
I think that aren't you? Well,
Hard to navigate the digi player when you're hanging out with one hand to the handle and standing.
You need like an iPod video, something you can hold with one hand.
It's like, I hate this show, but I have no hands to change the channel. Talking about luxury for Vinnie. He's got channels.
Yeah, you feel me?
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
All right, well, let me go to people's thoughts on this. Terry Free has brought up an interesting stat. I'm not calling on you, Terry. Terry Free has brought up an interesting stat. 25% of people said they would take a standing position on an airplane if they could pay half price. Who out there would say, no, give me a seat? Or who out there would say, yes, sign me up for a handle, and I'll stand the whole way through? That's a long time to stand,
When
though.
was the last time you stood 2.5 hours? Without sitting down at all? Or
I don't know if I can answer that question.
Disneyland? I mean, you know, you'll stand in a ride line sometimes that long. I mean, but that's it.
I told you I waited online for the iPhone the other day.
There you go.
I stood for 2 hours.
That's a trip to Vegas.
Felt like an eternity. I didn't get half price on the iPhone.
No, you didn't.
But if you could have.
Aaron, you're on the air. I actually sat in line for a while, too. There you go.
oh, see, you had to sit.
Standing is impossible.
I sat in the middle of the mall like I was holding some kind of sit-in.
Yeah, and here the whole situation is you can't even sit like anywhere.
Can you sit in your outlined feet?
Nope.
No, I mean really?
You cannot sit.
You can't sit the entire time.
Wow.
The entire flight, it says.
If you sit down, like somewhere on the plane, they jack you up to full price.
Right.
Yep.
Right. You have to stand the entire flight.
Sir, here's the receipt for the rest of your fare.
Yeah, we put it on your card.
You've been automatically charged because you sat down on the plane. You know that's not in the rules, sir. You know that's not in the rules.
Right.
Yes, Aaron, you're on the air.
It was in the small print when you saw it.
Well, I was calling because the seats that they're doing, they're actually, like, I don't know if you know the, like, standing roller coaster seats that have, like, the cushion back and the little bike seat.
Oh, that wouldn't be bad at all.
They're doing that for future flight, they're building airplanes with that kind of seat?
Yeah, they've designed those and they have the seat belts and everything like that for the FAA.
Is that what they're putting in the Dreamliner?
Sounds like it. Wow, that wouldn't be bad at all. It's better than hanging onto a freaking subway handle. Being strapped in.
Would that be considered standing, though?
Yeah, you're on your feet the whole time.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah, you're still on your feet.
I don't think I've ever gone on a roller coaster that you stand up in.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty
yeah.
cool.
What roller coasters? Like,
Well, they have this thing called the Gravitron where you stand up, it just goes really fast.
Oh, that I've been on.
Yeah.
It was called the rotor.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
I puked when I got off it because someone told me, someone gave me advice in order to not get dizzy to stare at the person directly across from you.
Yeah. Really?
And that will keep you from getting dizzy.
Oh.
And what I realized is, well, maybe that works for you, but what works for me is closing my eyes.
Yeah, just close your eyes.
So because I didn't close my eyes and I took their advice and I was trying to like focus in on the person across from me, I was getting so nauseous that by the time the thing stopped, I heaved all over the Gravitron floor.
So that's what
you should have just heaved on the ride and then it would have just stuck to the walls. Really.
Believe me, I was trying.
Yeah, that would have been great.
I would have gotten half price.
The person next to you would have hated you.
So that's what she's suggesting. Graviton type.
She's not suggesting that. She's saying they're actually doing that.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Are they talking about it or are they actually doing it?
Well, I don't know that they're doing it yet, but I know they already have the seats designed.
Well, maybe this is why they're putting out surveys like this.
Oh, wow.
Maybe the airlines are actually testing the waters and putting the question out, would you stand for half price?
Imagine booking that for your honeymoon. Oh, sorry, honey. Yeah, you're standing for the next 6 hours.
Is this the way our marriage is going to be for the next 50 years?
Yeah.
Like anyone's married for 50 years anymore these days. Anyway, Aaron, all right, thanks for the call.
Yeah, no problem.
Take care, baby. 1-866-663 T-Man is the number to call. Let me sneak in John real quick. Yes, John.
What's up, John? What's up, T-Man?
No, you're John. Yes, I'm T-Man. Hi, John.
Hi, man.
How are you?
What's up, dog? Check this out. Okay, if you got coach, right, for $225, you had to stand, whatever. You didn't get all the luxury, you just had to sit there or stand there, whatever.
Yeah, you can't say that word. You can't say that word. Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry. We'll let it slide. What do you want to say?
All right, cool, but I would pay half price, but maybe like $300 for first class. And if I had to stand in first class, and I still got all the luxury you would normally get in first class.
The day's not coming where they take the seats out of first class.
Right.
All right? Let's not.
They're putting in beds in first class these days.
Right. They're putting your own private bedrooms in airplanes in first class more than they're taking out the seats.
Right.
This guy wants to stand in first class so he can get a meal.
Hey, he wants to booze while he's hanging onto a handle.
He wants to get all the free drinks he can get, but he's willing to stand.
Oh, but they put little fluffy pillows there.
Great combo.
Mm-hmm. Here, your ice cream sundae, sir.
Did you give you that in first class?
And slippers, yes.
Ice cream sundae? Wow.
They don't give you slippers.
They give you slippers and ice cream sundaes, yes.
Wow.
Slippers? Jeez. Big ball. Someone else put
I
on?
hate people that actually use the slippers. They take off their shoes and they put the slippers on. I think it's so nasty.
Oh, boy, are my dogs barking. Boy, do they feel good now.
Yeah, do I get half price for this flight attendant?
Oh, man.
The question is, I'm up against a hard break right now, but when we come back, would you take half off your next airline ticket? But the agreement is you're standing for the whole flight.
Yep.
That's the question. We'll get the answers right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
Shane.
Yes?
What's up, baby?
Oh, hey, T-Man.
What are you doing?
So, I just wanted to ask you, would you, the T-Man, stand on a flight for 6 hours just to save half off?
I wouldn't stand for 6 minutes, Shane, to be very honest. If you must get the honesty out of me, yes. But I have to admit that due to some weird circumstances, I'm perhaps in a different financial situation than some people that may choose to do so. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're going to get you.
Yeah. Now, how old are you, Shane?
I'm 23.
Really?
Yeah, but I have a sore throat, so I'm talking higher so it doesn't hurt that much.
Maybe Pasty bought that line, but I'm not necessarily buying that you're 23 years old, Shane. Shane, enjoying your summer vacation? Oh, jeez. There goes Shane. I was willing to talk to Shane, even if he's 11.
Hey, he seemed like a nice kid.
He's 45, dude.
Because Pasty knows if someone is under 18 to make a little notation on the call board that person is under 18, and I noticed no such notation, so I'm wondering if you thought to ask him, first off, as to whether he was under 18.
I did, actually.
And he gave you the same bull crap, and you believed it, that he was having a throat condition, but he's 23?
Yeah, that sounded about right.
Mm-hmm. I'm not really into asking people their age when they come over. I mean, when they call.
Well, I mean, the young man said it with so much confidence, like, worked on the last guy, it'll definitely work on T-Man. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Page's a little more gullible.
You had a whole little story and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded good.
So you did ask what age the caller was, and then they gave you that whole spiel, and you said, that sounds about right.
Yeah, he had a sore throat. He'd been yelling too much.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good, Shane.
He'll be right up. Okay. Well, thank you, Shane, nonetheless. If you just told us what your age was, we could have had a nice conversation.
Yeah.
I probably would have talked to you like this.
Right.
Like most adults do when they're with you in the park. But we could have had a conversation nonetheless. So I don't know why he got all scared and hung up.
Well,
there's a time and place to take a call under 18 years old, Terry.
Sure.
If anyone out there wants to talk, I really turn away nobody. Pasty has strict instructions. Turn away like nobody. Shane wants to talk about the airline deal, then by all means.
Yeah, it was a nice question.
The question is...
Yes?
do you at least want it as an option? If you could wave the wand right now and say, yeah, I at least want it as an option. I want the ability to choose whether I want to pay the standard full price for an airline ticket or I can get 50% off if I choose on a particular given flight to pay half the price of the actual flight for a area of the plane where I stand for the entire duration of my travel. Would you like the choice, or would you rather them not even give you the option so that you're kind of almost inclined to say, well, I got to be smart about my spending, so I guess I got to go half price? Would you rather them not even give you the option so that you actually have to make a decision? Because that's the story that Terry brought up about 20-so minutes ago now. The question was posed to people in this country as part of a survey, and 25% of the respondents said that if they could get half off an airline ticket, they would stand for the entire flight.
Right.
Now, of course, you got to factor in picking and choosing the right flights to do so. You know, a little San Francisco to Seattle trip, you could certainly get by for an hour and a half standing because some of those flights can be really costly, just as costly as like a trip to New York or D.C. or Florida. It can cost you $500 to travel just from Seattle to San Francisco and back these days. So if you can get it for $250.
Well, I think, sure, people wouldn't mind the option. Why not?
Don't even give me the option, because then I'll probably have to choose that I want to stand. Don't even give me the ability to feel like I have a decision to make. I think most people would be in that camp.
Well, yeah.
Just ream me. I'm grabbing my ankles. I'm lubed up. Wow. I'm paying full price. The mayor wants to chime in. Yes, Mayor.
Oh, yeah, I just want to say what's up to you guys, man. I listen to you all the time. I'm a Terry Cammer.
Yes. You know,
and,
Mayor Bone.
I think you just need to make the deal a little bit more sweeter, better than half price. You know what I mean? Like, if a regular ticket's $400, you should make the standing one $100.
Oh, he wants to negotiate a little bit here. He's not calling this situation a dead in the water kind of negotiation, but he wants the deal sweetened.
Right. 75% off now.
So
just to make it worthwhile, because if that choice was offered to me, I'm taking the 100 and I'm standing.
Well, 59% off. That's my final offer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
I would have got a 65%.
Every man has a price.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, thanks a lot, you guys. You guys have a great morning.
Do they have to give you a back pad, or do they have to... Oh, never mind. All right. There you go.
I already have one of those on me.
Terry does today.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Stand on her face. All right, 1-866-663-T-Man. Anything you want to talk about on a Monday is fine with me. A little Monday morning action. Everyone's a little fatigued from a exhausting summer-filled fun weekend. Summer fun-filled?
Yes.
Cream-filled? I don't know.
Wow.
You like the cream filling?
I do. That's the only way I eat donuts.
Terry, you like a nice cream pie, do you?
No.
You don't?
Not a big fan.
I don't know if we're on the same page. Kevin!
I can guarantee you're not.
Hello?
I bet you like a nice cream pie and you just don't know it.
At some point she has.
No. Hello?
Yes, Kevin. Hi, Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
How are you, Kevin?
What's up, D?
How are you, buddy? Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, I was calling because I had a little problem.
Thanks for calling us on a Monday, especially this particular Monday, which I imagine is an exhausted kind of Monday morning for just about everyone out there.
Yeah.
I've been saying that a lot this morning. I feel like there's an exhaustion factor this particular Monday.
Well, yeah, the reason I called you is because I got this girlfriend, me and her live together, right?
You and your girlfriend live together?
Yeah, and I met this other female from a...
Oh, yeah, I bet you did, baby. Good for you.
Yeah, so we've been, messing around, seeing each other for like a few months.
And the girl you live with has no idea, or she does?
No, she has no idea.
No clue.
Oh, jeez.
Not like she's about to find out when she's dumb as a wall, huh?
Well.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
You didn't say that, I did, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
Those are his thoughts.
How long have you been living with girl A?
About a year.
About a year you've been living with girl A, and you met girl B a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet girl B?
I had one of my friend's house. It was his girlfriend's friend, and
you were just hanging out, playing some video games with a buddy, and his girlfriend was there. She brought over a friend. You hit it off, and now you're messing around with her.
Yeah.
Wow. Love girl B's.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to go.
You want anything better than girl B's?
Yes.
Girl C.
Oh.
So you've been messing around with girl B behind girl A's back for a good 2 months. Did you mess around with her the first day you met her or no?
It was the first time we hung out.
The first time you hung out, you started messing around with her? What'd you do on the first time? You go the whole route or what? You went the whole route the first time you met her?
Yeah.
Really? You took it all down. The first day, right after the introduction.
Hi, how you doing? Let's jump in bed.
No, not like that.
Terry's having a flashback.
Johnson. Yeah.
Well, that's why you make it
to yesterday. All right, so how soon after you met her were you having sex with her?
For like, it wasn't long. I went over her house. We hung out for a little while, and then.
But it was that day, right? You said it was that day. Okay, so how many hours? How long after you first got you laid eyes on her were you having sex with her?
About maybe an hour.
Maybe an hours? How many hours?
5 hours.
Maybe an hours.
Listen, man, when I got to her house, we hung out for a little while.
Give me a ballpark. How many hours? 3 hours? 6 hours? How many hours?
About 1 hour.
Oh, 1 hour.
Yeah.
1 hour later?
Yeah.
So it was like, hey, nice to meet you. Let's head to your joint and.
Yeah, I used to see her over at my buddy's house, but we never talked.
Okay. So it wasn't the first time you ever laid eyes on her then. You kind of knew of her. You knew her from around the way, you know.
Kind of hinted around to your buddy that you kind of thought she was hot.
You've seen her in the circle.
Yeah.
All right, so you've seen her in the circle. This is the first time you ever really started talking to her a little bit, and within an hour or about an hour later, you're doing her.
Yeah.
And was there ever a thought that, wow, I got a girlfriend at home who I live with that I'm pretty serious with, or that never creeped into your mind?
Doesn't sound like
it's like, get her done at all costs.
It crept into my mind,
And then it crept right on out.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing her an hour after you first start pretty much chopping it up with her, and then what happens after that?
And then
loved it.
We just end up hanging out more and doing things more, and the reason I'm calling is because the one at home is she's always acting sad and stuff because I go out and hang out every weekend.
Well, maybe she's getting the feeling that you're doing something kind of wrong.
She's got a gut that you got someone on the side, you think, or what? Well, she's got a gut.
Yeah, that'd be more of a problem.
It's serious, man.
Do you think she's got a gut feeling that you're doing something behind her back, or no?
No.
She's never asked you any questions?
No, but she has friends that be trying to put stuff in her head. But
she's
trying to put stuff in her head, but you're doing all the things that they're probably putting in her head.
Yeah, but they don't even need to be putting stuff in her head.
Well, you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. So she's never confronted you, though, right?
No, she never. No.
That's kind of a good quality.
Yeah. But I'm trying to fall for the other chick. You know what I mean? And I'm being more.
Why keep rustling with your phone? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you?
You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right. So now you're starting to wonder if you should make the transition from girl A to girl B and just pretty much break it off with girl A. Is that what you're calling about?
Yeah.
Well, how much is girl A bugging you? She's not really bugging you.
Yeah, she's probably real annoying, you know.
But I don't want you to switch over to girl B and start missing girl A. That's pretty sad and pathetic. If you move on from girl A to girl B, how much of a I might have made a mistake factor could you predict there being?
Maybe a 20% chance.
All right. Well, when it gets down to about 16%, then you make the move.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
That's a risk worth taking. 20% is still a little high. I don't want you, as I said, to make the move and cut out girl A. Not that you can patch it up and everything, but that would take work. I don't want you to make the move to girl B. First of all, there's really no urgency to make the move. Girl A.
What? Can you? I know you. I know the respect for you is a little overrated, but at least give her some respect and just.
Terry, he owes
You owe
nobody
people anything.
nothing.
I mean,
you don't owe anyone anything in this world unless you get married.
No, I'm not married. And don't
I know you're not married.
Well, then just cut her off. Say, hey, let's break it off. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. Let's move out.
No urgency for that. He has no kids.
Well, then why doesn't he just screw the girl B right in front of girl A and say, hey,
no
no big deal here.
He doesn't want to make girl A sad. Anyway.
She's already sad.
Why is she?
Because he's going out all the time.
She's sad because not only are you going out all the time, Kevin, but her gut tells her that there's something going on. Girls have that intuition, and they usually don't act on their instincts, but they have them nonetheless. That's why she's sad. It's not just that you're missing and you're not spending as much time with her, but she
says because I don't spend enough time with her.
Yeah, but she knows in her heart of hearts that something's going on. She's probably just not the confrontational type of girl. Which is a good type of girl to have.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
It's so interesting that, just last week we were talking about how the girl in Vegas who was getting married.
Oh, yeah, that little slut?
Yeah, that little slut. Oh, yeah.
That had that thing on the side?
On the side. Just a quick thing.
Took a random guy out of a club and had sex with him when she was due to get married in November.
Yeah.
That girl?
Yeah, that slut.
That little frickin' hoe?
Yeah, and that the soon-to-be husband should be told about it because... why?
Terry, is Kevin making wedding plans right now?
That's not the point.
It is the point.
You just sat here and said people don't owe anybody anything. So doesn't that apply?
The girl who is planning a wedding for November with the guy is not one of those girls that owes nobody nothing, Terry.
But haven't you also said you're not married?
So you're not single. You're single till
you're dead. Okay, so really?
It's not you're not single till you're dead. You are single till you're dead.
Okay, so there you go.
That's a whole other issue.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Same thing. All
topic.
your laws apply.
You're starting to yell now, Terry.
I know. So wait a minute. So you're single till you're dead. So when I die, then I have to be married?
No, but
see, it's that double standard because it's the guy. Oh, he's just being a guy.
It's just a slogan to try to illustrate that don't let anything stop you. But
sounds good.
It's because
Terry,
it's typical guy stuff, right?
If Kevin were telling me right now, T-Man, not only am I living with this girl, but we have a wedding scheduled for November, blah 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 day. We got everything in place. The invitations are about to be sent out. I mean, she's expecting that we're going to live happily ever after. Then I wouldn't be sitting here saying, well, Kevin, you owe this girl absolutely nothing. That he would owe her something, not the world, but he would owe her something. It's a different scenario. Kevin is just living with this girl. They're hanging out.
They've been living together for about a year.
They're sharing costs. It's economical for both of them. And he's kind of losing that love and feeling over this girl. He doesn't know her anything. He doesn't have to hit her over the head with an explanation just yet. When the time is right, I'm sure he'll be coming clean with the reality of his world over the past few months.
Well, payback's a real...
He also doesn't want to jump the gun either. He doesn't want to jump the gun and start going to girl B before he's sure that he can move on from girl A without feeling like he made a mistake.
That's why I called, because I figured I was thinking the same thing you just said. That's why I called.
Well,
you made perfectly good sense.
Well, now you realize you called the right place, Kevin. You could have called one of a couple of billion phone numbers. Yeah. But you called the one that is giving you exactly what you need free of charge. And that is real advice, Terry. Not cushion little tell you what you want to hear or do what's right advice. I give you the real stuff.
All right, thanks, T, man. I got to get back to work.
All right, man. Me too.
Karma's a real,
real bitch?
Yeah. It is, but hey, that's all right, though.
So is a bitch, a real bitch.
Yeah, so Karma's the name of his girlfriend or no?
Maybe in a few years.
So you think this man better duck because karma is headed his way?
Yes, heck yeah.
You're saying
absolutely.
This man better look out.
You can go ahead and have fun all you want, treat people like crap. The girl that you're dating or seeing for a year right now, whatever, you may not owe her anything, whatever that.
There's nothing.
Maybe.
There's no reason to. There's no reason to. What's the word I'm looking for? There's no reason to assume. I can't believe that's the word I was looking for. That this man is not giving. Well, I forgot what you said now. I was so searching for the word. Is not being respectful or
he's not being respectful.
Maybe not respectful, but he's not being
He's just not being right. Just cut your losses and let her go.
Not necessarily wrong either, Terry. They're just hanging out. As I said, it's economical for them to be living together, I'm sure.
Well, then make those arrangements. Put the understanding out there.
The understanding is out there when you're not engaged or married.
So we're just roommates and we can date other people, even though you're implying here that we're a little bit more serious. You're telling me, as the female in this relationship...
It should go without saying that you can date other people when you're not engaged. Absolutely.
So then why is it wrong when a woman does it? All of a sudden, we're just sluts, and how dare you do that?
I didn't say it's wrong when another woman does it. Who said it was wrong when another woman does it?
You have said that.
No, I have not said that.
You said, what's going on? Women acting like men these days. That's wrong.
You must be... Oh, that's how I talk? Yeah. Is that how I sound? You must be... Great impersonation. You must be listening to another show.
Oh, no.
Because I have never said that. I have said that why do single people act like they're married people when they're not married?
You have said that, yes.
Yes. This man owes no one nothing at this point. Maybe he's being a tad disrespectful, but the thing about respect that I've said clearly, it's overrated. Now you're telling this man he better watch his back because what goes around is on its way to coming around.
Right.
And I say that's the kind of things people say that want to scare people into trying to stand up straight and fly right.
May not happen tomorrow or a year from now, but if something crappy goes on in your life 10 years down the line,
you better listen to too many sermons.
You're going to remember that, I was a real jerk to this girl that I dated or whatever.
That's what people try to say to other people to keep them in line.
Well, it happens.
There's no such thing.
All right.
Now, I'm not saying we should all run around like animals. I'm saying within reason, but I'm certainly saying that Kevin, who called us, has absolutely no reason to feel bad about anything he's done here. I'm just looking out for him and saying don't jump the gun and switching over to girl B until you're sure that girl A is not the one you really want to be with over girl B. Once you're clearly sure that girl B is a major upgrade from girl A, absolutely make the switch.
Jeez. Oh, that's
absolutely.
Great.
Nothing wrong with that. He's got to look out for himself, Terry.
And what about the girl in this equation? Well, she can't look out for herself?
She should be on guard to some extent. She should be looking out for herself, too.
So make it fair. Lay all the cards out on the table so that you can both make sure everything's cool.
So a guy meets a girl.
Yes.
And then they start, hey, let's start seeing each other and going out. Sure. You have to shut down everything? You can't look at another woman? That's the way you think life is?
No, but I'm saying at least communicate. Hey,
communicate,
I'm still doing my thing. You do your thing. And we don't, as long as we don't, need to throw it in each other's face, I'm all good with that.
The sun's up in the sky this morning. Do I have to tell you every 2 seconds the sun's up in the sky, Terry? Yes or no? Do I have to communicate that to you or you'll forget?
You're being
actually, Terry may.
Anytime you choose to acknowledge that the sun is in the sky, you can see it's right there, right? You don't have to be told.
But I think that when you move in with somebody and you kind of make a little bit of an implied commitment.
They've only been living together a year. Big whoop.
All right.
Everyone out there's been living with someone for a year. Please. Listen to me, not Terry. That's the bottom line. Everyone knows that by now. People out there who have listened to me as opposed to listening to Terry have gone places in this world, better places. And those who have listened to Terry are probably listening from the gutter.
Oh, jeez, that's nice.
They got radios there?
We have radios in the gutter, yeah.
Nice.
Little transistors, a little white earpiece, very cute. 1-866-663 T-Man. Monday morning, and every phone line taken. And we'll be back with more calls on a lazy Monday right after these words.
The T-Man Show.
The rapper. See, that's very clever, Terry.
Yeah.
As most people assume, I'm assuming that it ties in perfectly with the whole lollipop little visual. But what does he really mean at the end when he says, want to lick the rapper? Huh? Yeah, pretty clever, huh?
Yeah.
Want to lick the rapper.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm just going over some emails here, so don't mind me. I'm just trying to find if there's any good ones that need to be read this morning. I don't know if this one makes the grade, but this woman is trying to convince her husband that he's got to sell his Porsche. He doesn't realize how gay he looks in his Porsche. Porsches are like so out, and he won't budge, Terry.
All right. going through my
I can't help but have to agree, yeah.
He's probably always had it, right? Is that what it says?
Well, he's in his early 30s, and he still thinks his Porsche looks really cool. Maybe it does. I don't know. I just haven't considered him really driving a Porsche at any point in my life, really at any stage of my life, not to mention lately.
It was a pretty kick-ass and risky business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
20 years ago.
25 years ago?
25, maybe, yeah, you're right.
Let's see if there's any other good ones here. This girl...
I think how cool he was when he was 8.
Cool.
This girl was asked by her own roommate if she'd... Well, this happens all the time, though. If she'd have sex, a little threesome with her and her boyfriend. She wants to know if that'll change the dynamics of their living situation.
You think?
Should you traditionally just rule out the prospect of having sex with your roommate and her boyfriend if you're asked? I mean, you gotta say some things to you when you're a roommate. You can't just be all selfish all the time.
You gotta pick up your stuff and do my boyfriend and, typical roommate stuff, right?
Pick up around the house, do a little of the cooking, share a little of the groceries you buy, and do her boyfriend when asked. You say that's a standard no?
I think so.
Just saying no can make things awkward. So if you're going to have awkwardness, why not have the awkwardness of doing her and her boyfriend? There's got to be awkwardness.
The whole threesome thing is an awkward situation.
Terry is not into the threesome idea.
But there's normal roommate awkwardness, though, right? I mean, this goes along with it.
Yeah, even if you're doing perfectly well as roommates, there's going to be that underlying just feeling of awkwardness altogether, Terry. You can't live with anyone and not have, even people that have been married for 65 years. Feels awkward.
When they catch me drinking milk out of the container, standing there in my skivvies at 2 a.m. Awkward. Oh, that was your milk? Sorry, dude.
The fact that you call them skivvies. Awkward.
I love skivvies. Is that a military term or something? Where does that come from?
It comes from you, as far as I know.
Oh, you never heard skivvies?
I've heard skivvies, but I've never really heard anyone say it. But
yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I picture tidy whities are skivvies.
This girl had a really bad experience with a guy she once dated. He used to knock her around, to batter her from pillar to post, and now she's kind of fallen for a guy who has the same name, and it makes her cringe every time she...
Yeah, that's not good either.
Yeah, but you don't break up, or you don't, ruin the prospect of going out with a guy because he has a first name that's the same as the batterer.
Well, but sometimes if it's that uncomfortable for you, then you might have to.
I can't date any Johns.
Or maybe just call him by his middle name. I don't know.
Whatever. Silly. People are silly.
If your name was Charles Manson, you may have trouble getting a date. Yeah. So you understand where a name can be kind of weird.
No one has the name of Charles Manson.
Oh, someone does.
I go by Charlie.
Okay. Charlie Munson. Just change one letter.
Let's see here. 1-866-663-T-Man. Let me go to Shane, who's... Oh, well. You're calling from Indiana?
Yep.
What's up?
Wow.
Hey.
What's up, man?
I just wanted to... It's a little off subject now, but about the airplane ticket thing.
Yes.
If I had the choice, I stand up 7 hours a day, every day anyway. So if they gave me an airline ticket for half price and I had to stand up, I would definitely...
Yeah, that's true. Some people have jobs where they, unfortunately, don't get a chair.
But...
Yeah.
What do you do that you stand for?
You guys going to sit down all day
You stand for 7 hours a day when you go to work?
Just in the same place? You don't move around at all?
It's like 4 hours, and then you get a 30-minute break, and then another 3 hours.
What do you do?
Right now I work at McDonald's, but I also work at a pollination.
Oh, so you're kind of like walking around, making stuff, spitting on it.
I work at a pollination farm where you got to walk around and pollinate flowers.
Well,
I met a lady who was one of the executives from McDonald's yesterday, and I told her that I had just taken my 3-year-old son and my 1-year-old son the day before, and how thankful I was that it helped me get through the day because my wife was in Los Angeles over the weekend.
Oh, she was impressed you actually went to McDonald's? Wow.
She was in Los Angeles, and I took my sons like a good father would do to McDonald's for about 6 hours.
Just lock him into Playland. This is day camp, kids. Enjoy.
We want to go home. No, let's have another apple pie. Come on.
Oh, two for $1.
Oh, yeah. Dollar menu. Loving it.
Score.
Hey, I got another question that's off subject.
One question.
But again.
Terry aren't married.
What's that?
Are you sure you and Terry aren't married? You guys argue like you are.
Well, I'm not sure. If I must ask an answer honestly, all right?
You might be legally married or something at this point after all this time.
Yeah, common law.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Now she wants half my stuff. Okay, great. Thanks a lot.
Oh,
anyway.
Yeah, what a good deal for her.
Hollywood is on the line. Calling from Hollywood.
All right.
Hello?
Is that your name, Hollywood?
Yeah, Hollywood.
And you calling from Hollywood?
No, I ain't calling from Hollywood.
Oh, where you calling from?
I'm calling from San Fran.
Oh, close enough. What can we do for you, Hollywood?
Man, yeah,
Did your mom name you Hollywood, or is that a nickname?
Hello?
Did your mom name you Hollywood? Is it on your birth certificate, or am I to assume that's a nickname?
No, that's a nickname.
Yeah. Do you think maybe we could stop nicknaming, going with the nickname of Hollywood, or what?
What's that?
You got to be really special in 2008 to be going by the nickname Hollywood, all right?
I agree with you.
So why are you nicknamed Hollywood?
In the 80s and the 90s, okay. In the new millennium, you got to be really spectacular to be able to get through with the nickname of Hollywood. So what makes you so wonderful?
Man, I've been getting called that for about, 7-8 years now.
It's kind of grandfathered in to some extent.
Really?
Still a little sketchy that it's only 7-8 years, but all right, we'll let it slide. What's up, Hollywood?
Yeah, man, I'm kind of stuck in the dilemma. Not really a dilemma, but my idiotic sister, she...
You call your... Wait. You kind of cut out there. Your psychotic sister?
Drug addict, I think.
Idiotic.
Oh. You're idiotic.
So we all had it wrong.
Your idiotic sister, yes.
Yeah, she took a flight to Atlanta to go do some stupid stuff. She went to go meet some guy she met off of MySpace.
Wow.
And
it's a tough spot for a brother. Because you want to be protective of your sister, but if she's flying off to Atlanta, what are you going to do? Like, take the next plane right behind her? Be all brotherly?
Could be, but...
All right, so she went and met some guy that she was going to get completely violated by, and what can you do as a brother?
Yeah, pretty much that's what I figured anyway. She was going out there to get touched on by some guy she doesn't know.
How old your sister?
My sister's 29, 28.
How old are you, Hollywood? How old are you? You're younger?
24.
You're 24.
Yeah, I'm 24, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so she tells you at 29 she's flying off to meet guys in Atlanta to be touched on?
Yeah, she's an idiot.
Whoa,
oh, okay, I forgot that part. Yeah, she's the idiotic sister. I got to remember that. Yeah, that's kind of cool though.
Nice.
And she was going for a weekend. Was there an open-ended return ticket, or was there? Or was there, amongst other things, or was there like a scheduled return flight? And was it just like a 2-day excursion? What was the situation?
She was she left, I believe, Friday or something like that, Thursday or whatever.
Is she back yet?
No, she was supposed to be coming back on Tuesday, which is, tomorrow.
How long had she kind of communicated with this guy on MySpace?
I really have no clue.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, he's all the way in Atlanta. I don't know, she's under some false precinct that this guy's supposed to be her boyfriend or whatnot. He cares about her, but, like I said, she's an idiot, so.
And she's never met the guy face-to-face until this weekend?
Yeah.
Have you heard from her since Thursday?
She doesn't call me directly. She talks to my mom, which my mom I found out from my mom she was out there.
So she told your mom what she was doing?
Yeah.
And your mom was kind of against it, but really can't stop a 29-year-old from doing what she wants to do. Is that pretty much the way it goes down, or what?
She let nobody know why she was going out there until she was actually the day of.
So pretty much when she's at the airport and can't be stopped... I mean, she's 29, though. If she wants to go, she doesn't... Maybe she felt reluctant to tell your family, but it's not like they can stop her. Your mom can't stop her.
It wasn't like... Nobody was going to try to stop her anyway.
All right. So what's your big worry right now?
She got the ticket. She got a one-way ticket to go out there.
Yeah.
And she claimed she bought a ticket to come back, but the money wasn't on her credit card to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So... Now she's claiming she's stuck out there. She wants somebody to send her money to get back home, and of course they come to me because I'm the one that kind of has. You
have some expendable cash, and she's looking for you now to help her out. She wants to get home, and how are you going to say no as a brother? I mean, just the thoughts of some greasy Southerner with his hands all over her has had to bother you when you thought about it throughout the weekend, right? Have you given that some visual thoughts, or what? That some Hotlanta thinks he's a stud kind of dude has got his hands among other body parts, like all over her forehead and other areas of her face, and those kind of thoughts go running through your mind, and now you're on the hook to kind of come and save your sister from having to spend any more time there and rescue her to some extent. Is that your responsibility?
No, I'm not really worried. I don't really care because, me and we don't have the greatest relationship anyway, so.
So there's part of you saying, I could perfectly well just leave her out there and let her fend for herself.
Yeah.
And that's what you're debating?
Yeah.
Because you're not that close with her.
I mean, you know, we're
your brother and sister.
All,
you're pretty. You had a 5-year little age difference, but you have memories of being kids and watching shows together and
watching your sister's breasts grow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I mean, there's a relationship that you have.
And plus for your mom, too. Your mom probably wants you to do it.
Yeah, and that's what I'm feeling. That
Is your mom
being guilted into it by mom?
Is your mom putting pressure on you to give her the money?
No.
She's not.
What's that?
Don't get distracted by people around you right now. We're talking to you, Hollywood.
No.
Let them know that Hollywood's on the line, and we're discussing very important things.
Taking care of business, man.
Man, your life's basic overall existence is hanging in the balance here, and you're getting distracted by someone putting his stuff in his locker this morning? That's what it sounds like.
Absolutely.
All right. Does your sister have a cell phone on her?
Yeah.
I
believe so, at least.
Can we call her and try to get some details? I don't think you should be putting up any cash until she comes clean with pretty much exactly what went on this weekend. Blow by blow.
All right.
As a brother, do you really want to hear that, though?
Maybe he doesn't want to hear it, but I want to hear it, too. And if I'm going to endorse him putting up the cash to have his sister come home safely and soundly,
all right,
I want to hear her say the words coming out of her mouth as to what the hell happened when she went running across the country from some guy that she met on MySpace.
Well, she's a grown-ass woman. So
Make her have to talk about it. Make her have to talk about it before you give her the cash. Make her twist in the wind a little bit before you just save her ass like this.
All right, T-Man, I blanked his blank.
Okay. Can we call her, Hollywood, or what? Can I talk to her on the air with you, or no?
I tell her she doesn't call me directly. I really don't have her phone number because she doesn't talk to me. We don't talk directly to each other.
You don't have a way to contact your own sister if there was a family emergency or anything?
Really?
No, she could be dying right now, and I would have no clue.
Well, she has a cell phone on her, though, right?
Yeah.
Can we call your mother to ask your mother for her cell phone number?
We can try.
All right, hang on.
Yeah, I mean, what happens if
I want to talk to the sister, Terry.
Something happens to mom. How do you get in touch with sis?
Gets on a plane on a whim, doesn't even have the cash to return home, and now is turned to her brother, who she barely even speaks to.
But it is family, you know.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that she's wrong for asking her brother for money.
Right.
But she should have had. You don't go to Atlanta without the means to get home.
Well, like he said, her being the idiot,
she
figured that it was going to be love forever.
Before you know it, you're in Michael Vick's backyard. They're calling you a pit bull, and they're telling you to fight. You don't even know what's in store for you.
I know, that's true.
All right, I got to take a break. But Pasty Dave is going to work hard with this man over the course of this break.
Yeah.
To call the mom, get the number, and then maybe I'll help chip in, get her ass home safely.
Yeah. It is his sister. I mean, come on.
I'll throw in $5.
All right.
For the cause. But I want the truth. I want to know the details.
Yeah.
And listeners want to know the details of what's in store for them if they ever fly across the country for some extraneous man they meet on MySpace. 1-866-663-T-Man, but don't call now, so I don't even know why I'm saying the number. And we'll find out. Well, if Hollywood doesn't have the capabilities of getting us that number, then maybe we'll take more calls.
Okay.
But the hope is that we'll be talking to the sister in the next segment.